We could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-478-6688. That's 1-800-478-6688. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-478-6688. That's 1-800-478-6688.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Hi, I'm Capri, and the little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe is the chicken. They actually put it on the grill, cooked it in the sauce. It's definitely a good grilled spicy sandwich.
Hey, I'm Michelle, and the little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe is it's spicy and it's full of flavor. When you pair that with the Kale Crunch salad, it's just good.
Order a grilled spicy deluxe sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
This is Aaron Warby, host of the Bulls and the Bears Radio Hour. In the show, we teach the tools, rules, and strategies that professionals use to outperform in the markets. Having those skills has never been more important than it is in our current economy. These are times that history teaches us that the masses are impoverished while the few making the right moves are gaining generational type wealth. At Online Trading Academy, we teach people just like you how to make the same moves at the same time as Wall Street elites. And right now, we have an end of summer special. Join us for an intensive 3-day market timing course covering the best of the trading and investing strategies of our time. Text us now and register for the course at 66% off the normal $299 price. Text $99 to 25029 and get this class for just $99. Again, that's $99 to 25029.
When it comes to covering the high school sports scene in Arizona, AZ Preps 365 has all the answers. Every Saturday morning from 8 until 10, they break down games, interview the newsmakers, talk with coaches from around the state, and stay up to date with what's happening with prep athletes and breaking news from the Arizona prep scene. It's AZ Preps 365, 8 till 10 Saturday mornings on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Live from the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale.
This is KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it. All right, everybody, it's Wednesday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580. And today is National New Friends Day, and I have an idea. I don't want to be like a cell phone company, though, when I do it.
Well, you've gone too far. Now you have to say what you were thinking about.
You don't understand what that means?
No.
What do cell phone companies do? You sign up for Bob's cell phone company, right? And then you're sitting there at your house and you're like, hey, look at me. I got Bob's cell phone company. All right. And then you see a commercial. All new customers of Bob's cell phone company gets a free phone and a reach around. And you're like, wait, what? Whoa, I didn't get either of those things. What just happened here? And you call it, hey, Bob, do I get either of those? No, you're already existing customer. That's for new customers only. Like, well, that's some bull crap. And so the reason I say I don't want to be like a cell phone company is I thought it'd be fun on National New Friends Day. I know we got lurkers. I know we got people who just straight up listen to the show and don't text in. We get an awful lot of people texting in.
Okay.
But I know there's some people, because every time we get a new texter, they're like, well, I've been listening for a few months and thought about texting. And we meet, Keon will give prizes away on the phone and people say, oh, I don't ever text in, but I listen every day, stuff like that. So I know we have some new friends out there we have not even met yet, Randy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's
so
true.
I thought.
So you're offering all new friends a reach around? Is that what I understood you to say?
No. What I'm offering is every new texter that we get, and of course you have to come up with your texter nickname, and we have to do all that stuff. But we get all these new texters on the text line, and at the end of the show, we do a drawing, and they win a cool prize. Then I thought about that, and I was like, "Ooh, that makes us like the phone companies, doesn't it?"
Kind of.
Yeah, because we're giving new customers something.
Yeah.
We ain't giving jack skiddly squat to the existing faithful. So I figured it out. I know what to do. I was hitting up Ray Ron. I was like, hey, what can we give for this idea that I have to meet some new friends? He says, well, I don't know. What do we got? We came up with, we either have a family 4-pack of Wildlife World Zoo and Aquarium tickets, which is pretty dang hefty. That's a big price. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's for 4 people. You go to the Wildlife World Zoo and Aquarium, and it's a day of fun. Or $50 in Dave and Buster's gift cards.
Hey now.
So here's what I figured we would do. Okay, we are going to give a little something special to the new friends that we get.
All right.
All the new people who text in, you'll be put into a drawing, and at the end of the show, we'll do a random number generator drawing from the text line, and that's how we establish who wins those prizes. Okay. And then they get to choose. Well, I want the Dave and Buster's, or I want the family 4-pack to Wildlife World Zoo and Aquarium. Then whatever's left over, we do a drawing from all of the people who just text in during the show. That's it. You just have to text in during the show,
new or not.
And now
just, you text into the show.
Yeah, all the existing texters have a chance at that. So new texters get the first go. That's our way of saying hi, hello. It's good to be national new friends of the day with you. And then for everybody else, still a chance to win. So I feel like that is better than what the phone companies do, right?
That's much better.
I'm not giving anybody a free phone.
Well, I'm still waiting on this reach around thing that you're talking about.
Well, that was something that Bob's cell phone company did. We're not doing that here. That ain't going to happen. That is not an option. You can turn off the music.
And yet
simply not happening.
And yet you talked about it.
Well, it was part of what Bob did. I'm not doing that. I told you, we're not going to do it like the cell phone companies. So there's your big difference right there.
All right.
So periodically through the show, I'm going to remind you guys, it's National New Friends Day. So be a new texter here on the text line, 888-368-1580. And you will be entered into the drawing for either one you want. So, well, look at this. We already got our first new texter. He says, hi, guys. This is Ezekiel. First time texter, long time listener. Glad to be your new friend.
Oh, can we call him Zeke? Can we call him Zeke? Can we call him Zeke?
Well, it shows here that he just texted back on October 11th. I don't think this is a new texter. I think that yeah. I don't think that counts as a new texter.
Damn it.
I mean, still doesn't count, but maybe he forgot.
Yeah. All right. Well, if this is like actually a new texture, then we have not given a nickname to yet and all that stuff. And if it all pans out, remember we have this weird glitch on the text line. Some of the phone numbers don't populate the texter nickname. No, it's the Jet. It's the Jet. Nice try, Jet. Nice try. Way to go. So anyways, so that's the way we're going to do this. It'll all get sorted out in the end. New texters, you're in the drawing first and you get your pick, and then everybody else will do a thing there. So how's that? I think that's pretty good.
Now, I think this is a great idea. Now, Jet should be entered into the non-new texter category because listening,
that is correct,
paying attention, and trying some comedy on us, trying to pull a fast one on us on the text line. I think the Jet should be entered into that other category.
I hope it's just comedy and not shady dealing, but I'll take the Jet at his word for it. I'll just take him at his
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, it was pretty funny.
Another, we're not offering those. Just again, we're not. All we're offering is a family 4-pack of fun for Wildlife World Zoo and Aquarium, or a $50 Dave and Buster's gift card. We're not offering the other thing. That was an example that I'm now sorry that I made. Lost Toby says, hi, I'm new. No, Lost Toby, you're not. Jake the Snake says, sweet, thanks for the giveaway. Go Suns, go Cards. Great show. You text that to everybody, by the way. It feels less special when you text that to everybody.
Yeah.
I feel like we need something more. Dropping the soap. Let's see. Lost Toby. No, you're okay. Again, that was an example. Watermelon says, hi guys, you guys don't even have to text and tell me you're in for the contest. If you're already an existing texter and you just text in once today, whether you even know it or not, you're in the drawing.
So your example is backfiring on you a little.
A lot of people seem to want that. That was an example, not an offered prize. Thunder Snow says, good afternoon, gentlemen. Randy, since it's Whiskey Wednesday, can I please get a Jameson Black Barrel, please?
Ooh.
Give him the good stuff.
There you go.
Berg says, go Phillies and fire Big George. Right now, it's looking like the Phillies have the Padres number even right now, top of the fifth, 4-2, no outs. Feels like they're going to get steamrolled, Randy.
No.
You don't think so?
No. I think if they last past if they lose today's game, I think it's a whole different series. From 7 to 5 games, a best of 5 series, and I think the Padres are still in this series and they can still win it.
Okay. I didn't say they couldn't still win it, but it's not looking great at the moment.
Well, I mean, look, the Phillies have 2 studs that they've run out there yesterday. And today they've got another guy out there that can shut down most teams. And I think the Padres just need to be patient and, get to day 3, game number 3, and turn the tide a bit. I think it'll be all right.
All right. We shall see. Stockton Slap says, not a happy Wednesday. NBA is back and the Lakers still have Westbrook. Literally the most delusional superstar of the past 20 years. You are not him. I would trade him for a bag of hot Cheetos and a blue Powerade and just be done with it. Wow.
A blue Powerade.
I don't think the contracts match with that, though.
Not even a red Powerade, just a blue one.
Yeah, I wouldn't drink anything that's blue like Windex. I just got a law against that. 805 says, happy Whiskey Wednesday, guys. I'll take an 805 and go Raiders. Jake the Snake says, fine, spectacular show. Good. For on, whenever you say it to us, it's spectacular. We just need to be, respected. Lost Toby. Stop. Afternoon, guys, says Apples. Big George says, hi, Big George here, longtime listener, first time texter. Can I be entered into the prize for the 24-pack of Keystone Light? Well, that's not even an option.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Not even an option.
That's not a bad idea right there, Jeff. Go.
Let's see here. Lost Toby says, not a series until the home team loses, And 6969. I already can see you're not a new texter.
6969. That's
Boomer Sooner.
That's Boomer Sooner.
Yeah.
Who could forget, really?
Listen, we're not doing any sort of a drawing until like 5:40. So your names, even if they don't populate the thing now, they will by then. So stop trying your shady dealings, mofos. All right. We'll get back to this here in a little bit. Before we get on to last night, there was something that popped up, Randy, and I thought about you.
Excuse me?
Not the reach around thing. Joey Logano is saying and making a big deal out of this, and I know how much you love the Joey Logano. That Bubba Wallace could have cost Kyle Larson his life. So you remember the other day that Bubba Wallace got in a little pushing and shoving, hoping for some fisticuffs there, and frustrations went up. What the hell's going on? Who's right? Who's wrong in this?
Well, Bubba Wallace is wrong. He took offense at some of the way that Kyle Larson was driving. The former champion and Bubba Wallace were battling at Las Vegas this past weekend, and Bubba Wallace took offense to that, and so he ended up wrecking Kyle Larson intentionally.
A week later,
he dove down. No, it's during the same race. Dove down underneath him and spun him out. It got into the 3-car. Austin Dillon, a friend of the program, has listened to us before. Austin Dillon, he tagged the wall, so you took him kind of out of contention, and you took both Bubba Wallace and Kyle Larson out of contention. Neither one of those guys are in the playoffs, so I don't know why Bubba Wallace is so hot under the collar. I mean, just finish the season out, man, and gain some points and get some more experience. Bubba Wallace, what are you doing? But he got mad, jumped out of his car, went over and started, shoving Kyle Larson. Kyle wasn't going to fight. He's just not, I guess, didn't feel like he should fight. And by the way, Bubba Wallace, really kind of a stupid move. Kyle Larson had his helmet in his hand. I mean, that guy could have come across your forehead with his helmet, but he didn't. He chose not to. And so now he got suspended by NASCAR today. One race. Mm-hmm.
So Bubba Wallace wrong, Kyle Larson right. Joey Logano still sucks.
Well, Joey Logano is becoming more and more of an advocate for drivers. He has his own podcast now. NBC always has him on as one of their guest announcers. So I guess he feels like he has got the ear of NASCAR. And
do you like him more now, or do you still kind of hate his ass?
No, I don't. I don't appreciate the way he races. That's all I have to say about that's all I have to say about Joey Logano. That's all I have to say.
Next question.
Baker's Cocky Hen says, I just switched plans to Bob's cell phone company and customer service was amazingly satisfying. Lost Toby says Larson wanted none of that smoke, by the way.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think he was more in shock about the way Bubba Wallace was handling the situation. I don't know. I mean, Bubba Wallace has always been sort of a lighthearted individual. He's never shown himself to be one of those angry, get out of the car kind of Tony Stewart types that would go after you if you didn't like the way the other guy was racing. And lately, I don't know if it's pressure. I don't know what's going on with Bubba. He was very, very upset about something that Kyle Larson had done to him during the race, and he was going to take it out on him. So, and he, in his defense, he did issue an apology, a public apology. Mm-hmm. Although if you're going to issue a public apology, can't you just do it in face to face to the guy? Do you have to go out and make a big deal?
Do it through the cameras,
right? And through the social medias. Can't you just go up to Kyle and shake his hand? Look, man, I was wrong. I shouldn't have acted this way. Why do you got to do it on social media and out in the news? The news world. Why?
Well, part of it is just so that people know that you're sorry. Because even though if he just said it to Kyle, and I don't know whether or not he did actually go to Kyle himself, people are gonna, if they didn't see the apology, it's like it didn't happen. As far as the greater audience on social media and fans of the sport, they didn't see it. It's like it didn't happen. I hate that it has to be that way, but it almost is like at a certain point you do have to make the public apology, because if you don't, people don't believe that it happened.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, Kim, but it's just so disingenuous to me.
It does feel that way, yeah.
It's like, I made a mistake.
Like you got a PR person that wrote something up for you. And
exactly.
It's as sincere as when mom says, say you're sorry. I'm sorry. It's louder, he can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I go up to him and shake his hand and apologize to him and be done that way. I don't think that these
give him
people
a free subscription to Bob's cell phone service.
Well, I mean, there is that. I mean, yeah, I don't know that Kyle Larson would take it though.
Nobody'd be mad at that point. Just saying.
Now that's the kind of thing you can, use to reconciliate with Robert Kraft. Maybe not so much Kyle Larson.
We should make some Bob's cell phone company t-shirts up. Only we know what it means.
Bob's cell phone. Yeah. What does that mean? Can't tell
Amazing
you.
customer service. You'll be satisfied. Right?
Yeah.
We should sell those. I think people would buy them. I don't know. At least Lost Toby, I think would. I think he would. What were we saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Bubba Wallace.
Yes.
Kyle Larson.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I have found the secret of perpetual motion. I understand now that we might need to launch some things into space, send some things to the space station. We're trying to get some things to Mars. We're looking to get back to the moon. But the problem is like, well, do you use a space elevator? What kind of rockets do you use? Fuel? Can we get electric? All you need to do is have Kyle Schwarber hit something, and it will go out of the atmosphere.
Yeah. I'm wondering if that ball has landed yet. Yeah.
Probably not.
120 mile an hour is at 488 feet. It reached terminal velocity. There was a sonic boom that shook the stadium. Holy moly, was that something?
Yeah,
that was a hit if I seen a hit.
And that impressed everybody, including his teammates. I mean, did you see the caveman? What's his name? The outfielder. I can't think of his name right now. He was like, his jaw dropped. He was like, what? Yeah, that was crazy.
Baker's Cocky Hen says Bubba Wallace is the Andy Bernard of NASCAR, using his car to fight. Let's see here.
John Daly would be proud.
I think this might be Swazman. I could have this wrong. But he says, Randy, you're wrong. Bubba Wallace is DB douche B. I don't understand that. Does he hate?
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. Is he? I mean, listen, is he a douchebag?
I have not known Bubba Wallace to be a douchebag. I have not known or experienced him being, that way towards anybody else. From what I understand, he's very gregarious, very friendly. He's always waving, always kind of messing around with people in the pit lane before the races. He's a friend to a lot of the pit crew members, a lot of the drivers. All the drivers supported him, and all the NASCAR teams back, a few years ago, having that big lineup on pit lane. And then there was the incident at Talladega that everybody was so shook up about. And I've never seen Bubba Wallace be angry like that. So I don't know him to be I don't know him to be a DB, a douchebag.
Stockton Slap says Bubba Wallace, Bubba Gump, Bubba Licious. Doesn't matter. Kyle Larson in 4. I don't understand.
They don't do best of series 7 series in NASCAR. So
no,
I don't know much about NASCAR, but that right there was that was even less.
I'm guessing that's a joke, but
Mm-hmm. It's a good thing it's 3:00. We should probably just take a break now.
Yeah.
When we come back, let's talk about the last night's game. That's right. I don't even care that it's not the Suns. I'm happy. We'll talk about the Warriors and the Lakers and a whole bunch of NFL too. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update for Arizona's new home for sports, The Fanatic. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
The NFL starts week 7 on Thursday night in Arizona. The Cardinals taking on the New Orleans Saints. Arizona should have wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins back from his suspension. Saints should have rookie wide receiver Chris Olave back from a concussion. Arizona, a 1.5-point home favorite, minus 116 against the spread. The Saints minus 104 on the money line. The Saints plus 110. Cardinals minus 130 with an over-under of 44. Sunday night, Miami taking on Pittsburgh. Dolphins favored by 7, minus 350 on the money line. Steelers plus 265 with an over-under of 45. Red hot winning picks at experts.winnersandwiners.com. Save 75% when you use the promo code ACTION75. Experts.winnersandwiners.com. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
There's no doubt that Harman Solar can save you up to 85% on your monthly electric bill. That's a fact. Bruce Jacobs here. But did you know it's possible to get solar for $0 down and no payments for 12 months? You can lease, finance, or even purchase outright. They have plans that fit everybody. Harman Solar is a family-owned, women-owned local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harman Solar at 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189, or go to harmansolar.com.
The NASCAR season will come to an end in Phoenix, but the championship weekend will last forever.
The greatest are the ones that seize the moment.
4 championship races in 3 days, all set against the stunning backdrop of the desert mountains. Night racing, a doubleheader, and a Cup Series champion crowned on Sunday. It's a weekend you'll wish would never end. The NASCAR Championship Weekend at Phoenix Raceway, November 4th through the 6th. Get your tickets now at phoenixraceway.com.
Your home has gone way up in value, but have you taken advantage of it? This is Rob Canier with a phenomenal opportunity to tap into some of your home equity, earning tax-free income and eliminating your mortgage payment while staying in your home as long as you want. With home prices leveling off, don't wait to learn more about the new reverse mortgage. This is a safe and proven money-saving and tax-free income opportunity for homeowners age 62 and older. Call me, Reverse Rob, and learn more today at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
Ad paid for by the Sentinel Group. Attention Marines, military personnel, families, and contractors who were stationed at Camp Lejeune. Were you present at Camp Lejeune between August 1953 and December of 1987? You may be entitled to significant compensation. For nearly 34 years, those in the Marine Corps' base Camp Lejeune were exposed to contaminated drinking water, resulting in devastating injuries, including several forms of cancer, adverse birth outcomes, Parkinson's disease, and more. North Carolina's procedural laws have prevented victims from getting the justice they deserve, but passage of the Camp Lejeune Justice Act of 2022 would allow you or a loved one to file lawsuits seeking compensation for illnesses and injuries linked to the toxic water. Call today for your free consultation. 800-865-1168. Let our experienced attorneys fight to get you the compensation you deserve, and you pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor. Call 800-865-1168. That's 800-865-1168. Again, 800-865-1168.
Saturday, it's college football on the Fanatic. It's another big game when the nationally ranked Longhorns stampede into Boone Pickens Stadium in Stillwater, Oklahoma, looking to sweep the state of Oklahoma after dismantling the Sooners earlier this season. It's shaping up to be a Big 12 shootout you don't want to miss. Texas at Oklahoma State, live this Saturday at 11 a.m. on your home for football in the Valley, 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
The Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. So last night, exactly what I said was going to happen happened. Somebody was like, oh, yeah. Oh, the Lakers are going to spoil ring night. No, they're not.
Yeah, it was Joe the Show, and I haven't forgotten the 3 beers he now owes us.
That's right. We're getting some free booze around here. Because as I said, why do you think they chose the Lakers for this game? Because you don't want to lose on ring night. And there was no threat of that happening. I liked how every time I kind of check on the score, the sites are like, oh, yeah, the Warriors are holding off the Lakers. I'm like, there's like a 15 to 20 point lead every time I look. Nobody's getting held off. They're getting their asses kicked. In the end, it was 123 to 109. There was only one quarter where the Lakers won. And that was the fourth quarter when the Warriors were like, oh, whatever. We got it to spare. We're going to just take it easy now. You guys can see what you can do against the bench players, but we're going to go take a nap. So, yes, the Lakers are exactly what they were last year. What Russell Westbrook, of course, now he's got a bad hammy, and he says, well, the reason for the bad hammy is because, I'm coming off the bench. Really?
Yeah, I didn't get to do my pregame routine. I've been doing the same thing for 14 years.
Well,
now they got
doing the same thing, whether you're coming off the bench or not.
I don't see why that has to change. I really don't.
It was just him whining that he's coming off the bench, it sounds like.
He doesn't. Yeah, he just doesn't want to. He's been a starter his entire career, and he's not a starter anymore. So they're asking him to take on a different role, which some guys struggle with, of course, but a lot of guys usually take on with some kind of humility, just not Russ.
Yeah, again, it's just going to be a bad season. Wait, what's that? Westbrook, he started last night? I thought he came off the bench. So what is he complaining about coming off the bench if he actually started? I'm confused. That's not confusing at all. That's
I mean, he was a starter, but that was the reason he gave. So I don't.
Yeah, that's really confusing. And I think maybe he just means in the preseason or as they were getting ready, he was a little cold coming off the bench, and then he went in there to play. And I was like,
well, he did say he tweaked it in preseason, but he didn't want to make a big deal out of it.
Okay,
but
you should be ready. You should always be ready. Whether it's do you think bench players are like, oh God, here comes another hamstring injury because I'm coming off the bench? No, you're ready for it as you're going to be a starter, no matter who you are and what you're doing.
Let me ask you guys, because I haven't seen an NBA game where there's an area for these guys to warm up. These guys that are on the bench. There's not like in football, you've got the sideline, and sometimes you'll see guys kind of getting ready. They'll be running or they'll be sitting on that bike. Or in baseball, they've got a batting tunnel they can go down. They can loosen up and stretch. They can take a few, hacks in the batting cage down there.
Right.
But NBA, I mean, but you're sitting there the whole time, right?
That. So they all warm up together at the beginning. Then they put on them jumpsuits, them the keep warm suits. You see them sitting there.
Jumpsuits.
Yeah, whatever you call it. The tearaway pants, and they're supposed to keep warm. And then you see a lot of times during timeouts, guys come off the bench, people start shooting around a little bit. You see that during in between quarters. And I get what you're saying, but these other guys come off the bench cold. You should be able to come off the bench cold too. Come on, man. It's your job, and you should already be good and lathered up from the earlier warm up and practicing every day.
And they have the workout bike that they'll put in the tunnel area.
Right. Yeah,
that if you really need it, because
old man Westbrook needs it.
If it's that serious for you, you can do that, and they'll let you do that. So to me, there's no reason. If you knew you were going to be cold and that's going to bother you, there are ways that you can warm up, and so I don't want to hear excuses.
So, but the bottom line is Lakers lost.
That is the best part.
It made me so happy. So the Suns play tonight against the Dallas Mavericks at 7 p.m. on ESPN. Oh, I thought it was going to be on TNT.
That's
that
a shame.
blows.
Yeah. I don't even mind the ESPN, but the TNT is so much better.
Yeah, that's just depressing now. I thought I was going to get to watch it on the ESPN. On the TNT. Or it's the ESPN or the Taint. No, that's probably not the best way. The tent. The ESPN or the tent. So
might be jumping back and forth like the halftime and things.
So how do we feel about tonight? Mavericks are actually favored to win. I'm confused. Some people have the Mavericks favored to win, but the betting is actually on Phoenix to win. What's going on with the money line there, Randy?
Well, I mean, I don't know what's going on with the money line. I mean, obviously, the people that know have got the Suns. I mean, look, they're coming off the season. Yeah, they fell short in the playoffs, but they had the best record in the regular season. Much of this team remains the same coaching staff, same 5 guys that'll be starting the game tonight. So pretty much the same team that you had last year for Phoenix. And why wouldn't you? It's a revenge game. I mean, the last time we saw the Suns, Dallas was walking off, moving on, and Phoenix was going home. I think these guys have something to prove tonight, and I think they'll do that against the Pillsbury Doughboy and his Dallas comrades.
And the other thing with Dallas, and it's not quite the same Dallas team. Jalen Brunson was huge in that series against the Suns. Jalen Brunson's a Knick now, so that's going to obviously play a factor as well in what's going on here.
Well, one of the things you need to look out on is Jay Crowder is out. Landry Shamet is out. And so that's going to have an effect on things. But you're right for the most part, looking at the roster here, a couple of new names, but
but isn't your guy
back too?
Is it your guy, Jeffrey, that you always like to say, what's his ooey gooey goodness? What's his name?
Biombo. Bismack Biombo.
There you go. That's him.
He's there. And another new name that I quite enjoy is Okogie. Josh Okogie.
Yeah,
that's a cool name.
Yeah,
Okogie. If Biombo was gone, then he'd be my new favorite player. But right now, it's still my man Bismack Biombo. I could say that all day. I mean, it's not as hard to say as Giannis Antetokounmpo, but Bismack Biombo, awesome. And of course, he's center and he's a backup, so we probably won't see him much. Yeah, it's funny how on the roster, I'm looking at the roster here, and they put the salary. If I'm Bismack Biombo, I'm not looking at that because it shows DeAndre Ayton $30 million. Bismack Biombo, $1.8 million.
There's a gap.
A little bit. I mean, you'd be like, I'm happy to have the $1.8 million. But seeing that 30.9 million, what is this? You got to be kidding me. Ish Wainwright makes $5,000 a game. I'm not even kidding. It's right here. Did somebody screw something up on this roster thing? It says Ish Wainwright, $5,318. Are they like taking stuff because he's got kids and they're like, he's got, he's got child support due. And so they're like,
all the taxes and everything.
Cutting that all off of him? Because that don't seem like it's correct. Is it possible there's a player on the Suns that gets $5,000? I'm thinking for the year. That's the yearly salary. How is he only getting $5,000? It can't be right.
Yeah, no, his cap hit is 1.8 mil.
But it says here $5,000. I think there might have been a mistake on the roster.
I think so too. Because a year, nobody can live on $5,000 a year in this economy.
Gandhi could.
Oh, well, fair.
He not once did he ever dial Uber Eats. Not once. Yeah. So, all right. Well, this will be fun to watch tonight, even though it's on a crap network. Fine. Fair enough. Whatever. Keep an eye on that baseball game, guys, because I mean, I'll be honest. I don't care who wins, Phillies or Padres. Which team is better suited to beat the Yankees is really what I care about, Randy. Phillies or Padres?
Well, I mean, the Phillies have a pretty good offense. They've got some firepower where they need it. Bryce Harper is starting to heat up. When you see Bryce Harper starting to hit opposite field home runs, that means he's seeing the ball well and he's making good contact and he's able to put the ball where he wants to. And you want to see that this time of year if you're a Phillies fan. But the Yankees, I don't think the Yankees can stand up to either one of these teams. I'll be honest with you. Judge and Giancarlo Stanton and Rizzo were not adding anything in the ALDS, and we'll have to see if they advance on in the ALCS against Houston. I think Houston is a team you got to watch.
Well, right now, bottom of the fifth, 1 out, Phillies 4, Padres 3. So I guess anything goes on this game today, and I'll be fine with whoever wins. I like to see the Padres win just because, George has adopted them now that he's San Diego adjacent.
And they're the only team left that I don't hate. So,
well, in a best of 7 series, you don't want to go down 0-2 traveling into your opponent's ballpark for 3 games. You just don't want to do that. So right. If you're San Diego, there's some added pressure to win today and go on to Philly and play there.
Juan Soto just punched one in there, so it's 4-4.
Tie ball game.
Interesting.
Padres are back.
I'm going to say yay or boo. I just don't care. As long as it's not the Yankees or the Asterix. That's going to be difficult watching the Yankees and the Asterix play each other because it'd be like boo. And then next boo, boo. Never cheer. I can't cheer. You know what I'm saying? No matter what happens, I'm not happy.
Yeah.
Hey, he struck him out. Boo. Oh, he got a hit. Boo. It doesn't matter which team. Doesn't matter what player. There's nothing for me to care about in that series. Period. The end.
Sorry to hear that, Jeff.
So I'll
be
pass.
okay.
I ain't watching that crap. I'll just stick with this one here and hope that. By the way, Randy, Phillies, Padres, either can take out the Asterix too, right?
I think it would be a good series. We'll have to wait and see. The Astros are pretty. The Astros are pretty damn good.
Loaded.
Man.
Yeah,
I got to tell you, they're pretty strong, man. Pitching staff, bullpen. They're a complete team in Houston.
Watch there be another cheating scandal.
I hope so.
All right. Let's see here. Somebody on the text line whose name has not populated just yet says every time Kyler Murray is grabbed and sacked, does he have to grant that player like a wish? Like a leprechaun. Maybe that's why the Cardinals aren't doing so well. You get a sack and a wish. Defense is very motivated to do well against the Cardinals.
I can see that logic, I suppose.
I don't know who that is.
So Randy, are you back to being upset when people make the short jokes?
No. No. I just refuse to answer a question as absurd as that. He's of course Kyler Murray's not a leprechaun. He's not. No.
Why can't he be?
I don't know why he can't be, but he's not. He's not a leprechaun.
I feel like you could be anything you want in this country, Randy. And if Kyler Murray wants to be a leprechaun, by God,
it
is his God-given right as a citizen of this fine country to be a leprechaun.
I don't know that he wants to be a leprechaun. I think he
I
wants
don't
to be
think
an
at this
NFL
point he has a
quarterback.
choice, Randy.
Everybody has a choice, Jeffrey.
Okay. One other thing before we go to break.
Yes.
The Phoenix Suns guy, the guy that used to work for the Phoenix Suns in the ticket office, remember him? And he got caught selling Phoenix Suns tickets, like
Al
unused tickets.
McCoy. Yes.
No, it's actually Jeffrey Markinson.
Oh.
Al McCoy would never get caught doing. He's too smart. I mean, I'm sure he's done it, but he wouldn't get caught.
Right.
But Jeffrey Markinson, he profited $458,000 selling unused Suns tickets, and so it's like okay, it's like stealing unused bread from a restaurant and selling it somewhere. It's still stealing, and so well, he has been sentenced to 1 year in jail, and he has already paid back the value of the tickets, the $11,818 to the Arizona Department of Revenue there, but. So he had to pay back what the ticket value was, $11,818, and they let him keep the profit. Am I reading this wrong?
It doesn't sound like it.
In total, Markinson received $458,218 from the tickets that were sold. According to the Attorney General's office, he has fully repaid the organization as well as $11,818 to the ADR. Oh, okay. So he paid that back plus.
Yeah.
Oh.
Plus the
so then the
11,000.
Suns made a nice profit off him scalping tickets. Got it. And he also has 3 years of supervised probation. So, yeah.
Maybe the Suns should think about him. Maybe a new way of selling tickets. If this guy could sell tickets that were unused,
nobody bought them from them.
All right. So maybe they should employ him to do this again, but on the up and up.
Right.
I know the terms of the probation are, but he worked for them for 15 years before he resigned. If they guys, okay, here's the deal. I don't know. We can't trust you, but damn, you're good. Damn, you're good. But $458,000 over 15 years. I don't know how long here it is. He'd been doing it for 2 years. So basically, a couple $100,000 a year doing that. Yeah, maybe you make a deal with this guy. Yeah. Or you just don't because he's a scumbag, whatever the case. All right, let's take a break. We come back. Unless we have any objections, we're going to talk some football. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
You can't get much for $5 these days, unless you go to Wendy's for a $5 biggie bag. Get your choice of double stack, junior bacon cheeseburger, or crispy chicken BLT, plus 4-piece nugs, fries, and a drink, all for just $5. That was smooth, wasn't it? That's how you're going to feel when you get that biggie bag at Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. Includes 4-piece nuggets, small soft drink, and small fry. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
Ooh, Halloween. The season for goblins, witches, and scary good fun. But Walgreens knows it's also the doorbell never stops season, and we can't run out of candy season. So let Walgreens fill your Halloween bowl fast with pickup in as little as 30 minutes and delivery in as little as 1 hour. Because if it's needed in a poof season, it's Walgreens season.
This week, all snack-size bags of Kit Kats are $2.49 each. Offer valid through 10/22 while supplies last. Restrictions apply. See Walgreens.com for details.
If you're age 62 or older and own a home, this message is for you. Reverse Rob here, Money Radio's expert on reverse mortgages. Learn how to tap the equity in your home and increase the quality of your life by earning tax-free income while protecting your other retirement assets. Join us for our free Second Saturdays webinar every month to learn more. This is not too good to be true. All you need to do is reverse your thinking. Call me today, Reverse Rob, to learn more at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
The general election is November 8th this year. Voting locations are open on Election Day from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. All qualified voters must show ID. For a list of valid IDs, go online to arizona.vote. Have an early ballot? You can return it at any voting location or secure election drop box, and you don't have to wait in line. Learn more about voting locations at arizona.vote or call 1-877-THE-VOTE. This message is sponsored by the Arizona Secretary of State's office.
One of the most common questions people ask is if they can still afford to retire on $1 million or $2 million anymore. With stocks near all-time highs and bonds at all-time lows, it's actually a great question. 2008 taught millions of retiring engineers, teachers, and other professionals a costly lesson that years of market gains can be wiped out in just weeks of market losses. Not a problem if you're 30 years old with a few decades to make it back, but not if you are in retirement or almost there. I like to follow the 30, 50, 70 rule. The closer you are to 50 or 70, then at least 30 to 50% of your money should be kept safe at all times, like in an uncapped, principal secure, next generation annuity. Come and see why.
Call leading annuity authority Steve Jurich now at 480-902-3333. Guarantees rely on the financial strength of the insurer, so compare with Steve. Call 480-902-3333 and visit IQannuity.com.
The most important event in sports could happen at any time.
Like right now.
Or right now. Or even
now.
Don't miss history. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or at 1580thefanatic.com.
It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Pull the plug text in, says Lakers choke. Choke Lakers. Lakers suck. Choke, choke, choke. Now, that's not really what Pull the Plug said, but that's kind of how I interpreted it, though. I'm never going to read those words, Pull the Plug. You should know better than that. Flying Monkey says, actually, Kyler Murray identifies as a hobbit. Oh, I did not know that. Okay, good to know. Got to know the pronouns.
I don't think that's true at all.
Boogie says, yeah, but isn't Murray an Irish name? It could be Irish. I guess it could be Jewish. I mean, it could be a lot of different things. I don't think anybody's got the corner market on Murray. So, yeah, he says every time Kyler Murray is grabbed and sacked, does he have to grant him a wish? No, I don't think so. He doesn't have to. Be nice if he did. I'd tackle the crap out of him.
He's not a leprechaun. So
I mean, you'd be watching the Cardinals game, and I'd come flying out of this.
Out of the stands.
Yeah. $1 billion. Yeah, that's it. I just need $1 billion. That's too much to ask. I'm about to get my ass kicked by security. Gonna be arrested. I wish for $1 billion. Yeah, fair enough.
I think I don't think you get a wish granted unless you're on the opposing team, not just some random guy, in the stands.
All they're wishing for is a sack on their stat sheet. So that's not a good use of your wishes, if you ask me.
Well, if you could get him to play in like the annual Turkey Bowl football game, okay, now maybe it's a different story.
Hit the Nut says, hey guys, went to Disney the last 3 days and they were fine taking my FEMA money. Greedy mouse. What are you using your FEMA money for at Disneyland? Aren't you supposed to use that to fix your house or something? Hit the Nuts moved to Florida, by the way. Big George says, yay, Keon, 4-4, Padres and Phillies are tied. And he's very happy about his Padres. Who's on base right now? They got bases are loaded.
Bases are fully loaded.
Padres?
For the Padres, yeah.
Ooh, this gets interesting. King of Kenton says, I would prefer the Padres win today, so they tie up the series. Keep that good baseball going. Is that it? All right. Let's see. Boogie says, but if Kyler was a leprechaun, you could sack him in the streets for a wish, right?
No.
I don't see why not.
No.
If he's a leprechaun, it doesn't matter where he is.
No.
You don't make who's Irish on the show? Raise your hand. Me, right here. You don't make the rules, Randy.
You can't just walk up in society and just start sacking people.
Because you can if they're a leprechaun.
If you think they're a leprechaun, it's got to be known that they're a leprechaun or they're not. You can't just walk up and start sacking people. That's called assault.
True, but could also be part of your wishes. I mean,
unless you're wrong, in which case it's
wish.
assault.
only one person needs to try and find out. If it works, the rest of us know. If it doesn't, now we know.
Because if you're wrong, I hope your one wish was prison, because that's what you're getting.
No, the wish would be $1 billion, and that would keep me out of prison.
No.
So that's why I'm not going to go first, Keon. That's what interns are for.
So get ready to tackle Keon.
Yeah. Hold on. You want to talk to some Cardinals?
Why not? The season's lost anyway. Why the hell not?
So enthusiastic.
Glug.
Well, let's start with that. Keon, is the Cardinals season over?
No. It might feel like it from a fan perspective, but no, the season is actually not over. 2-4, and I think that there are a couple of reasons why. One, the defense has actually exceeded expectations to me. They have played, especially the Seattle game. You play a Seattle team that was actually lighting people up, and you hold them to 19 points. You actually ought to win that game, but the offense is underperforming. So I'm interested in seeing what D-Hop brings to the table when he comes back. I'm interested in seeing how adding Robbie Anderson changes things. And to add more good news to the pot, turns out Hollywood Brown's not going to be done for the year. He'll be gone for a while, but he'll
4 weeks.
But he might be able to come back. And now you're looking at 3 quality receivers for Kyler Murray to try and get the ball to. As 3 guys who can separate and make plays. I think that's actually a good thing. Again, with the defense playing well, Zaven Collins deserves a ton of credit for the strides he's made as a defensive player. He's having an incredible season so far. So, no, I don't think the season is over for the Cardinals now.
So you're liking their playoff chances?
Look, it's going to have to be a wild card, but yeah, I think they can still make it.
Kyler Murray is even saying, listen, DeAndre Hopkins coming back, not a miracle cure. But here's the thing. I think we know you're going to win more games with him than you are without him. And yes, just like everything Keon just said is absolutely true. Without DeAndre Hopkins, it's not as holy crap.
By the way,
Padres now up 6-4.
Drury knocked in a couple. So
this is a hell of an inning for the Padres. Nicely done, boys.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Kyler Murray gets it that it's not the miracle cure that makes them win the games. And, he says his energy, man, seems like every time you see him in the field, there's a reason why he's the best. But we got this coach, Cliff Kingsbury, who sucks and is horrible. And I just wish he would take his skinny ass jeans and go home.
Now you're talking my talk.
I was paraphrasing
that's what Kyler meant. And he's right, by the way. The D-Hop's not going to automatically fix a lot of these problems. But what he is a guy that if you don't pay extra attention to him, you don't probably put a double team in his direction, that is a problem for most defenses. And they're going to have to figure out how to sort that. And if you do put extra attention in his direction, now you got Robbie Anderson running back there. Like there is a possibility that this gives them an offensive boost of some kind.
I don't know if I already read this, but Pinocchio says, if he's not a leprechaun, Randy, why are they always after his Lucky Charms?
7-4 Padres, by the way.
Damn, they just keep going.
Yeah.
Jagdog says, since it's a short week for Kyler, does he only have to study 2 hours instead of the 4? That's a good question. Yes, Thursday night game. Hit the Nut says, I was kidding about the FEMA money thing. If you're listening, government. Why would you do that? Boogie says, sack and wish. Hey, it could be his new community initiative right there. Sack and wish. I feel like that could go wrong.
Yeah, lot of ways, actually.
Lost Toby sent a picture of Kyler Murray in his green suit saying, I don't know, looks like a leprechaun here to me. Licky Lips Johnson says, I guess beating the Dodgers is just like winning a World Series. We've already forgotten if the Dodgers exist. Why are you even
who are you talking about?
Yeah, what the important thing is the good teams that are left over.
Yeah, the Dodgers are watching the playoffs the same way the Diamondbacks are.
Yeah.
Well, with more wins under their belt.
With more wins, but hey.
Does it really matter, though?
No. I mean, I just got to be fair.
I don't think it really
more wins than you went to the playoffs. I hope you had fun because you're not winning a title, even though your coach predicted it would happen.
Baker's cocky hen says, suck it, Philly. Watermelon says, Jeffrey, did Kyler Murray really say having Hopkins back is not a miracle cure? Like I've always said, he is a crap leader. Okay, well, why is that a crap leadership thing to say? I think if anything, he's trying to say to the rest of the team, it's like, well, we're not winning and losing just because of DeAndre Hopkins.
You want me to break it down for you? What he's saying is, don't expect that this is actually going to cure all the ails. We're hoping it does, but don't expect it to, just in case it doesn't. That's what he's saying.
And I think he's trying to set his team up to not have that criticism, because if he comes out and he says, oh, thank God D-Hop is back, we're going to start winning football games now, and then you lose, you make your team look bad.
Sure. Well, they are bad. Let's see. King of Kitten says, I'm cheering for the San Diego Padres because I was also a Padre. I went to Marcos de Sniza, the Harvard Prep of Tempe. Sorry, he didn't say de Sniza. I did. Marcos de Sniza in Tempe. We always called it Marcos de Sniza. And there was that year they went almost completely defeated in football. That was fun. And all the kids there were rooting for them to lose the entire thing, and they screwed around and won a homecoming game or something, and just really disappointed everybody. So I'm sorry. If I'd known you had gone to Marcos de Sniza, I'd talk more slowly for you, King of Kittens. I'm sorry. What year, by the way? I'm sure it's written down somewhere for you. Boomer Sooner says, why does everyone think Robbie Anderson is so good? Nobody said he was so good.
He's a quality receiver. He was
pretty good.
He was pretty damn good in his prime. He's not there, but he's a good receiver. He was good last year.
I will say this about Robbie Anderson is he's reliable. Over his several seasons in the NFL, he hasn't missed very many games at all. When I was looking up his record, his stats when he was coming into Phoenix, I mean, one of the things that I noticed was he's there. He plays every game. He hasn't had any major injuries. And one season he had over 1,000 yards reception. And the rest of the time, he's pretty damn solid. I mean, he 500, 600, 800, 900. I mean, the guy he's out there and he's playing and available. And that's what you need out of a guy who's going to come in here and help this team.
And he was playing with the Jets and the Panthers.
One of the things
great quarterbacks
that is problematic is Jameis Winston's not. Is he playing or is he not? No, I don't think they know who's playing yet. They haven't picked a quarterback yet, right? So as long as Jameis Winston doesn't mess with Robbie Anderson, because Jameis likes the crabs, and Robbie Anderson is the crab man from the Crab Shack. So as long as we don't have any problem there, I think it's fine. Who said the Boomer Sooner says, guys, I think the Cards are in trouble on Thursday. Saints have a defensive line that is from here. Extra motivation to squash a little pipsqueak. You know what I'm saying? So a bunch of our old defensive line players are there on their line. Is that what you're saying, Boomer? I don't know if that matters. What the motivation is, here's the thing. There's two parts to this. Any defensive line is motivated to squash the pipsqueak, but every defensive lineman is a little bit confused about how much they can squash a pipsqueak. You know what I'm saying? Because of the way they've been calling these roughing the passer penalties, I don't think you need to worry about Kyler getting hurt right now. I mean, it could happen, but don't you think that even because of his size, you would think they'd be more careful because it would look bad? Or is it that he's not famous enough to get that star treatment the way a Patrick Mahomes or a Tom Brady would? I don't know, guys. What do you think?
I think the star power definitely matters. But like you said with the Tom Brady hit, I think it was a hit that looked really bad in real time. And I think that there's some hits that on Kyler that are going to look horrific in real time. And I think he probably would get the call.
Like, what are you doing to that child? Baker's Cocky Hen says, I hear Jameis also has Bob's cell phone company for his provider. He actually works there as well in the customer service department. All right. I really regret having said that. I thought it would be a little throwaway joke because now it lasted the entire hour and it's all a little bit uncomfortable now.
You should know better.
Also, Ha-Sung Kim just got walked. Bases loaded again.
Oh my God. By the time we come back, it'll be 83-4.
It is 2 outs though, but still.
Licky Lips Johnson says, I said that about the Dodgers because they celebrated beating us like they won the World Series. Yeah, they always pig in their pool, whatever. We got nothing to say about it. Our team stinks right now until
They
we're a
didn't
better
celebrate
team.
beating us. They celebrated clinching a playoff spot against us.
Yeah.
They would have done that against anybody.
Swazman says he put a buck down on 15 teams to win it all. Atlanta 200-1. One of my picks. Cardinals are not my final 15. What do you think of that? It's your money, man. I mean, we're not going to get upset. So, all right, 1 hour down and 2 to go. It's Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
You've got advanced prostate cancer, but you're not waiting around. You want straight talk, the facts about Orgovix.
Orgovix Relagolix 120 milligram prescription tablets is a treatment for adults with advanced prostate cancer. Fact, Orgovix is a different kind of androgen deprivation therapy treatment, a pill, not an injection. Orgovix may cause serious side effects, including a heart condition called QT prolongation. Tell your doctor right away if you feel dizzy, faint, have a racing or pounding heart, or chest pain. Orgovix can cause harm to an unborn baby or miscarriage. Use birth control during treatment and for 2 weeks after Orgovix treatment. The most common side effects include hot flushes, increased blood sugar and blood fat levels, muscle and joint pain, decreased blood hemoglobin levels, increased liver enzymes, tiredness, constipation, and diarrhea. Other side effects include weight gain, decreased sex drive, and erectile function problems. Orgovix may cause infertility. Talk to your doctor if infertility is a concern for you.
Go with Orgovix. Ask your doctor. For more facts, visit gowiththefacts.com.
Arizonans are facing big challenges these days. Rising costs at the grocery store, the gas pump, and the pharmacy. That's why Mark Kelly is doing whatever it takes in Washington to bring down costs, even when it means standing up to his own party. The son of 2 police officers, Mark grew up in a house where money was tight. He knows what it means for Arizonans when everyday items cost more. Thanks to Mark Kelly's work, Medicare will finally negotiate down prescription drug prices. Less money spent at the pharmacy means more money stays in your pocket. Mark is leading the effort to cut red tape for truckers and ease supply chain issues. And he's pushing for more domestic oil production to bring down gas prices. Because Mark knows that for a lot of people, every little bit counts right now. Senator Mark Kelly, looking out for Arizona, fighting for us.
I'm Mark Kelly, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Mark Kelly for Senate.
Ooh, Halloween, the season for goblins, witches, and scary good fun. But Walgreens knows it's also the doorbell never stops season, and we can't run out of candy season. So let Walgreens fill your Halloween bowl fast with pickup in as little as 30 minutes and delivery in as little as 1 hour. Because if it's needed in a poof season, it's Walgreens season.
This week, all snack size bags of Kit Kats are $2.49 each. Offer valid through 10/22 while supplies last. Restrictions apply. See Walgreens.com for details.
Kelly here with AC by J. As an Arizona native, I love monsoon season. But as the owner of a heating, cooling, and plumbing company, AC by J, I know your air conditioner doesn't share my enthusiasm. Monsoon dust, humidity, and power surges can cause havoc to your AC system. Protect your home with our monsoon maintenance. Just $109, $40 off our regular price with a condensation line flush to prevent water damage to your home. Call AC by J at 602-609-7664 or go to acbyj.com. Service you can trust from our family to yours.
KQFN Tempe, also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM
and K240 Rolling Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1. Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, broadcasting live in the Harman Solar studio in Scottsdale. And Licky Lips Johnson has sent me a text which has confused me. Says, I wonder who could read better, Jeffrey or Mayweather. I got my money on 50-0. I don't understand what that means.
Jeffrey or
I am
Mayweather?
confused. I am confused.
50 to nothing. The odds don't even make sense for what the thing is.
Licky Lips Johnson, you are confused.
I wonder who reads better. I've got 50 to 1. Like that doesn't even. All right.
We're only supposed to have this kind of awkward crap in the first hour. So knock it off. Booger Wolf says, any dude that's a Broncos or a Vikings fan is a schmuck. Go eat your nasty shepherd pie and puke. And then he says, go Niners. I don't even know where that came from. We did not talk about Broncos or Vikings. So Booger Wolf may be running into weirdness on the Twitterverse or something, because I have no idea. All right. So when we went to break, the Padres were up 7-4 over the Phillies. And did they get any more home runs, or is that the end of the fifth?
That was the end of the fifth.
Still,
but it was close. I mean, it was a 3-2 pitch to end the fifth. So
Against the Spread says, I am so sick of these campaign commercials. By the way, what is up with Mark Kelly's ears? Did space mess them up? He looks like Uncle Fester. I always said he kind of looks like a flaccid penis, but that's just me.
He just looks like a discount Jeff Bezos to me.
He looks like Jeff Bezos actually had a few sandwiches. That's, you know what I'm saying? But no, listen, as far as the politics go, I don't want to talk politics, but we can rip on any politician right now. You know what I'm saying? We can make fun of them. Katie Hobbs looks like that librarian who just is over dyeing her hair. Carrie Lake looks like an angry Karen. And that dude that Mark Kelly's running against looks like an active shooter. So there you go. We've made fun of all the candidates.
He looks like an active shooter.
He does. He looks like the guy you see. You know,
how does an active shooter look?
He just looks like
him,
that.
apparently.
He's like the guy you see getting wrestled to the ground in an ill-fitting flak jacket because he's too skinny to fill it out. I don't know. So there, we've made jokes about all of the candidates. I don't. Oh, you're a conservative Nazi, Jeffrey. Oh, you're a limousine limo. Shut up, okay? I'm not nothing, and we're just doing a show. So leave it alone. What was the question? Kiss the Cook says, the best part of Major League Baseball is the postseason. I'm enjoying watching the NOLA boys playing for bragging rights.
Yeah, it is fun. San Diego has one of the NOLA brothers, and then the Phillies has the other NOLA brother. One's a pitcher and one's a catcher.
I think Philly's Ivan Nola. I think.
All I know is
Aaron is the Padre.
Right now, I am 100% National League, 100% National League, and 0% American League, because I don't like either team that's going to win.
All right.
So same for me.
Licky Lips Johnson says, I can't read. What do you mean I can't read? I read your text correctly. I don't know what you're complaining about. Now we're getting a lot of Mark Kelly jokes. On the off chance somebody from the campaign listens to the station, I'm going to stop right there.
All of our politicians look funny. That was supposed to be the joke.
Well, all of them but Mark Kelly, because Mark Kelly, we air his ads. Mark Kelly looks like a hard-boiled egg. I don't even know who said that. Straight Street Brat says Mark Kelly looks like Freddy Krueger. Oh, come on. That's not even close.
No.
Boomer Sooner says, Jeffco, you're right on. Blake, what's his name? Does look like a mass murderer. I'm just saying. But I don't even know the politics behind this. I don't even care.
No, just see a little sign on the side of the road, and I'm concerned. That's all.
Nobody calls Keon the Salamander, Licky Lips Johnson. Nobody. Booger Wolf makes jokes about it. We have never figured out why. Don't care. Don't even start thinking about it. Lost Toby says, it's a short week. Okay, again with the Kyler Murray. We're moving on. Even though Kyler Murray did say that his rookie season, he's like, man, that's the last time it was this tough. Yeah, it's tough, he says. It's tough out there right now. And a lot of it is self-inflicted. We've got to be better.
He's not wrong.
I feel like he's just saying stuff now and acting certain ways that he feels like people want him to because of the criticisms he got when he didn't.
Hey, Kyler, I got news for you. You're still getting criticized. So Knock it off if that's what you're doing.
Well, I don't see why he should knock it off. If that's the way that is the best way for him to be, I would rather him try to be that.
You mean being fake?
I don't think he's being fake. No.
Okay. Well, Jeffrey was
think,
saying what I'm responding to.
I
Jeffrey,
kind of feel like maybe he is.
I don't think he's being fake, but I do think he's
He
trying.
wasn't this before. He's this now suddenly. And it's only after people commented about it and said, well, this guy's.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's necessarily being
You
fake.
think he had an awakening just because he talked about it? I doubt it.
Not an awakening, but when you're heavily criticized for something and you think about it all day, you got one of two options. You either dig your heels in and go, no, there's nothing wrong with me, nuh-uh. Or you go, all right, let me try. Let me try to be better. Let me try to be a better leader. It's possible he's just trying.
I am not going to try to stop being sarcastic.
I mean, you don't have to.
You're damn right.
I mean,
and I won't.
The show's better when
unless Radio Ron says $230 million contract. By the way, you need to work on your PR. Yes, sir. You'll see me around. Go, hey, everybody, it's good to see you. Oh, how are you? Yeah, let's talk about you. Let me hear about all your life. Let me hear it. Oh, let's be chatty. Shut up. Booger Wolf says, did somebody say salamander? Yeah, no, nobody did. Leave it alone. So here's the info. James Conner, Matt Prater, supposedly both questionable for Thursday. I guess what they will do is elevate Rodrigo Blankenship.
Rodrigo Blankenship.
I forgot I told you I'm good at rolling the R's like every other time. Like I'll say something and my wife would be like, "Oh yes, that's very nice." And other times I'll just say Robert, and she's like, "That's not good." So
Rodrigo Blankenship. That's not
Rodrigo. Say it in American. Anyway,
Rodrigo Blankenship.
Roger. Damn it, the kicker with the glasses, 4 eyes.
Okay, you're making a joke, but like literally a guy when he was playing at Georgia, there was a guy I met in Georgia, the state, that like couldn't say Rodrigo.
Well, how did he say it then?
He just didn't. He simply opted not to say. I can't say is the kicker. The kicker with the glasses.
Rodrigo. A blanking ship. Rodrigo blanking ship.
I think he knew I was going to
Matt Prater back out here. I can say that. I can say Matt Prater all damn day. Why do you got? And now they're coming here taking our kicking jobs. Damn. Well, sir, we have an awful lot of foreigners kicking.
Sir.
I know. I did. Well, did you swim across or did you climb one of them containers or did you get over Trump's wall? Well, how'd you get here, Roger go? Huh?
Sir.
All right, let's move on.
Sir.
Even though Blankenship is apparently an incredibly British name, but all right.
Oh, I get it. Oh, I get how you people work.
Sir.
Hey, good news, though, for you, Keon. Carson Wentz, the surgery on his finger was successful. He'll be back sooner than you know it.
Okay.
Now, I've never seen you look so indifferent.
We want to talk about seasons being over. Our season's over.
What are you talking about?
That's
you just gave the speech to Randy. Don't you have more wins? How many wins do you have?
More than the cart? 2.
Oh, that's right. I just want to hear you say you both had 2.
But your quarterback, Taylor Heineke, is going to start this weekend.
Against who? The Packers.
We don't pay attention.
The Packers are ripe for the picking.
Against most teams, sure.
The epic showdown. Taylor Heineke versus Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, they have gone head to head a couple times already, which is bizarre, but sure.
Has Taylor ever beaten Aaron Rodgers?
No, of course not.
Well, this is your chance.
Matt LaFleur has never lost to Washington.
How is Ryan Fitzpatrick sitting at a desk right now? And Taylor Heineke is starting the game. And PJ Walker is starting a game. And Baker Mayfield, well, he was starting. And Andy Dalton is starting. You know what I'm saying? How is Ryan Fitzpatrick sitting at a damn desk right now?
Because his hip got destroyed last year. And that kind of...
You can get new ones.
I mean, you can, but can you play football at a high level with it? I don't think so.
Well,
and Heineke did win 7 games last year, which for a guy who's basically a backup is kind of impressive.
Heineke probably is better than Carson Wentz.
I don't know about that.
I think you do know about that.
I will say his mobility gives him the chance, I think, when the offensive line is this bad. But Taylor's arm's not the same. It's not the same arm. Some of the throws that Carson makes, you just go, oh, my God. Taylor's like a normal person playing football.
Yeah. I feel like Taylor's better than Carson Wentz. And I'll fight any woman who says otherwise.
I'm sure they're calling out of the woodworks as we speak.
There's some women out there probably whoop my ass. All right. So Ron Rivera had his things to say about Carson Wentz. He says it was taken out of context. He was trying to make a different statement. It wasn't anything personal towards Carson Wentz. Alex Smith ain't buying it. He's like, I can't believe that Ron Rivera would not just throw Carson Wentz under the bus, but he drove it over him. He says, I had a hard time watching that. I couldn't believe it. He says, I'm not here to defend Carson Wentz, but this is a defensive head coach, and that's absolutely driving the bus over the quarterback.
I don't think that that's what Ron was doing, because in the original quote, if you listen to the rest of it past the part where he said quarterback, what he was trying to say was the other quarterbacks in the division have been with their teams longer, and Carson just got here. He wasn't saying that Carson didn't know what to do or Carson was bad, just that we didn't have our quarterback as long as these other NFC East teams have had their quarterbacks, and that's why they're struggling. So, no, I don't think Ron was trying to run the bus over Carson.
Well, whatever the case, I think the Commanders have bigger problems going on. Do you even want to fill us in and talk about, because I know you've got to be a little happy that it seems to be heading towards, Mr. Schneider, getting tossed by the NFL. And he's basically gone fingers up at the NFL, and the NFL is just, they're going to have behind closed doors meetings like they probably already have about what to do about getting rid of him. But there was a lawyer that did step up and say, basically to the NFL owners, maybe don't talk about it at these meetings. Because if you talk about it at these meetings, then it becomes discoverable, and it becomes part of, because Dan Snyder loves to sue people. And so maybe not talk about it here. And they're like, okay. So because he says, anything that's good for him is good for you. You don't want this turned around on you as well. So be cautious with what you say. And Irsay's like, his own fingers up. I don't care. I got mushrooms. So what? So from your point of view, where are we at with this? Do you think that this is the end of Dan Snyder, or is this just a bunch of years of legal ugliness, or the NFL going, oh, everything's fine, we're all good, bye-bye, and pushing it under the rug again?
Well, I don't know how to predict what the NFL will do. The owners and how they feel about Dan Snyder and whether or not they're afraid of his threats. There's a range of them. It ranges from Jim Irsay, who has literally nothing to hide and doesn't give a damn, to other owners who are shockingly silent, despite the fact that they've voiced their hatred of Dan on multiple occasions.
Jerry Jones like, woo, I don't know Dan Snyder. Who's this Dan Snyder you're talking about? Hey, Bob Kraft, you shut the bleep up. I don't give a crap. Woo!
So, yeah, I mean, Jerry's just going to defend Dan until basically it's impossible for him to do that. So I don't know where the owners are going to come down on this, but if the owners do actually want him out, they can push him out, and they can push him out financially because he has borrowed money before, and he is in debt to the league. And in order to build his stadium, because he's not going to get the money from any of the local areas around him, DC, Maryland, or Virginia, he's going to have to turn to the NFL to borrow more money. And once you're in debt a certain amount, they can just say no and use that debt that you owe to push you out the league. So that's what I'm hoping for. But they have to want to. But that's an option that's on the table. They don't have to do anything. It's well within their rights to just say, nope, you've already borrowed too much money. Get the hell out.
I wonder how many years we're going to be dealing with this.
Probably more than we'd like to, because he's very litigious.
Lightning fast back in the days of Donald Sterling. It's pretty fast with Sarver as soon as all that stuff came out. And of course, he made the wise business decision to get out right now. I saw somebody on Twitter say there's no way Adam Silver is going to let the Suns win a championship the year that that Sarver's still with the team. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't think that they may not. I don't think that's even a thing.
I don't think
once it's been announced he's selling, I feel like everybody's like, oh, okay, good. We're moving on. So yeah, I mean, it was fast with Sterling, pretty fast with Sarver. Seems like it's going real slow. Oh, that's right, because the NBA does things well, and the NFL is the NFL.
Right. And they knew that the NFL could have applied the same pressure to Daniel Snyder. Do you know what the last loan he took out was? It was to buy out his minority owners because they wanted to try and take over the team. That is what he last borrowed money to do. So if they wanted to put the clamps on him, they didn't have to give him the money.
Yeah. Now, how long ago was that?
2016, I think.
So that was pre-allegations then.
That was like around the time that those allegations were coming out, I think. Some of the
at the same time, or one became before
I'm sorry,
the other?
2020.
No.
Yeah, sorry.
So the NFL is like kind of complicit.
Well, yeah.
If you think about it.
I think a lot of these owners just don't want to go through the hassle of it because it always comes back to, well, what happens if my dirt ends up out there?
Stockton Slap says, as someone who actually drives buses for a living, that was textbook bus driving by Ron Rivera. He should know. Stockton Slap as an authority. I'm going to accept that as canon. Yeah.
I mean, he made about 5 excuses for him in the one quote, but all right.
Hefty Lefty says the Broncos owners should be the new best friends to Washington fans because they're brand new and Snyder doesn't have dirt on them. They have the biggest checkbook middle finger in the league.
Which is fine, but we need
Walmart.
But we need so we know Jim Irsay's on the side, and we know potentially the Broncos ownership group could be on the side. Congratulations, we need 22 more owners to be on that side too.
I've made a decision. The Broncos, now owned by Walmart, are to be referred to as the Good Value Broncos.
You can't call them
value or great value.
Well, you can't call them great value, not the way they're playing right now.
They're okay value.
Decent value.
Decent value, yeah.
Yeah. Value Broncos. How's that? All right, let's take a break. We'll come back and talk some more NFL. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-478-6688. That's 1-800-478-6688. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-478-6688. That's 1-800-478-6688.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Ooh, Halloween, the season for goblins, witches, and scary good fun. But Walgreens knows it's also the doorbell never stops season, and we can't run out of candy season. So let Walgreens fill your Halloween bowl fast with pickup in as little as 30 minutes and delivery in as little as 1 hour. Because if it's needed in a poof season, it's Walgreens season.
This week, all snack size bags of Kit Kats are $2.49 each. Offer valid through 10/22 while supplies last. Restrictions apply. See Walgreens.com for details.
Are you a planner? Do you like to plan ahead? Then, of course, you already have a plan to call Harmon Solar, right? Bruce Jacobs here. It should be at the top of your list to get solar now and enjoy huge savings next summer. Up to 85% on your monthly bill with zero down and no payments for 12 months. Then you can plan what to do with all that extra money. Harmon Solar is a family-owned, women-owned, local company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
I discovered a fun way to enjoy the outdoors while getting my daily exercise. Hi, this is station owner Ron Cohen. Radio Ron, as most of you know me, you've all heard about people riding electric bikes, but did you notice they are all smiling? That's because e-bikes are so much fun. Plus, you get great exercise, and an e-bike is an excellent alternative to getting you where you need to go. For nearly 2 years, the e-bike I recommend is Himaway. Himaway is known for durability, price, safety, and fun. Himaway is the long-range e-bike expert, taking you faster and farther on a single charge. Himaway sells direct to the consumer, ships right to your home, and has over 2,000 five-star reviews. Choose from 7 models, all with an unprecedented 2-year warranty. Find out why over 50,000 customers, including me, call Himaway the best e-bike there is. Go to HimawayEbike.com. That's HIMIWAY ebike.com. Use promo code Fanatic and save $100. Go to HimawayEbike.com.
Sunday night is football night. This week, the Pittsburgh Steelers, fresh off their win over the Buccaneers, head to Miami to do battle against the Dolphins. It's been a carousel of quarterbacks since Tua went down with a concussion. The same goes for the Steelers. Will Pickett get back to calling plays, or will the veteran Trubisky be under center when the lights go on? Westwood One has the call live from Miami. It's Sunday Night Football on your home for the NFL in the Valley. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Stanley Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Want to remind everybody listening that in honor of National New Friends Day, new texters on the text line, if you're a new texter, and I'll say the number slowly for you, 888-368-1580. New texters are going to be put into a random drawing for their choice of a family 4-pack of tickets to Wildlife World Zoo and Aquarium, or $50 in Dave & Buster's gift certificates. So you can have either one. And then after the new texter chooses their prize, we'll do another random drawing from everybody who has texted in on the show today, and they will get the other prize. So I figure that's a pretty good way of doing stuff, not being like the cell phone companies that give new people good stuff, but don't give you nothing. So that is what is happening. So if you've been hanging back in the background, thinking about texting in as a brand new texter, today is the day. Today is the day to text in and say hi. King Kenton says, hey, are those Radio Ron e-bikes good for DUI guys who've had their driver's license revoked? I'd say so, yeah.
I mean, it is just a bike, really. In the end.
There is nothing sadder in life. You're driving down the road and you look over and you see a grown man on a BMX bike and like a 24-pack on the handlebars. I know why you're on that bike, buddy. It's probably in the box you have on the handlebars. But yeah, I'd say yes, King of Kittens.
Some stories just write themselves.
Baker's Cocky Hen says Yahoo Fantasy hates Heineke, calls his plays atrocious, and says he has a weak and inaccurate arm. I don't know who's Yahoo Fantasy guy. Who's that?
I don't know, but
I think it's Yahoo Fantasy Football. Yahoo Sports.
He's got a weak arm, but it's not inaccurate.
Yeah, I don't think he's throwing interceptions like Carson Wentz, right?
No, not really. I mean, I think he makes pretty good decisions with the football, actually. It's just, sometimes he sees a throw downfield and he throws it and the ball doesn't quite get there because he just doesn't have the arm strength.
Chief Skull says AT&T gives iPhone 14s for deals for everyone. Just ask LeBron. So I can appreciate what you're trying to accomplish there. Yeah, I said some cell phone companies. I didn't say all of them. Booger Wolf says Blake Masters needs to stop texting my phone asking for votes, or else I'm going to elect an ass whooping on him. Okay.
Coming in a little hot there, but
that's between you and him. And I don't know if calling him a Nazi is going to get you anywhere on, just type stop in capital letters. That usually does it, Booger Wolf. Boomer Sooner says, Keon, didn't we have a conversation about this guy? He has a cult following. I wore the same glasses playing football. Talking about Rodrigo Blankenship? What are we talking about now?
I think we are talking about Blankenship.
Yeah, I don't know. Cult following don't do you nothing if you can't make the kicks. And he was hurt. And so Hopefully he's gotten healthy, and we'll see what happens when the Cards play on Thursday. I mean, it hasn't been officially announced yet, Randy, but if Prater is not in practice today, well, game is tomorrow. Pretty good chance you've got the specs.
Yeah, I was looking on the Cardinals website. It looks like Prater's going to be out another week. So Rodrigo Blankenship will be on the roster. I would assume here very quickly.
Berg says, hey, if anybody else mess with political text people, or is it just me? I have a few going right now. Yeah, Berg will get into conversations.
That sounds fun.
I thought they were all automated, and I typed back some real filthy stuff, and I got a response. So from now on, I just hit stop. I don't want any. Because what if they win, and all of a sudden I'm getting audited? Yeah, I don't need that. Licky Lips Johnson says, I'd rather have Matt Ryan than Midget Murray. No. Randy,
you think you do, but
no. What do you think, Randy? Would you rather have Matt Ryan?
No.
Yeah, no. I think Kyler Murray, if he had been traded to the Colts, would probably be doing pretty well in that system. I don't think he's doing too well because of the coaching and the system that he's in, or the lack of one, really.
And
does it
the
seem like there is anything? Does it seem like there's anything called a system being done in Arizona?
Not on the offensive side of the football, no.
The defensive side, yeah. I mean, but boy, watching some of those offensive plays being run out there is brutal.
It's like I said last week, it didn't look like they even had a game plan against the Seattle team.
I've never seen it look like they have a game plan. That's the thing. It took way too long for Cliff Kingsbury to be exposed. You know what I mean? He's exposed. He's admitting he's exposed. And now, I'll tell you what, you lose a couple more games. I do now think it's very realistic he gets fired.
Did it take too long for him to get exposed? Because he's only made the playoffs one time since he's been here.
It's just he's been doing it on the talent that's on the field. It hasn't been by amazing play call.
I agree. It's not good. And for what he managed to do, that was pretty effective early on. Nobody's even close to falling
guys,
for that.
This is easy math. Steve Wilkes was 3-13 when Kingsbury was hired. Steve Wilkes was sent packing. 3-13. You improved every year from 3-13. It's easy math here. That's why he's still here as the head coach.
It's not his coaching.
It has nothing to do with anything other than seeing improvement every year. And Mr. Bidwell is saying, "Oh, great! You know what? We're making improvement every year. We are on an upward trend here." But I mean, come on. This year, the way it started, this is horrible. It's absolute horrible.
The problem with saying the improvement is it's counting wins devoid of context, which is that sometimes, for instance, when you finish poorly, you get an easier schedule the next year because you play, other teams that finished, fourth in their division the following year. So a lot of this stuff is you can look at it and say, okay, well, they improved year after year. On paper, they did. But if you look at the actual plays, you can't possibly say that.
And
that's my frustration.
Carson Palmer was a hell of a quarterback, but watching and being frustrated, seeing how the whole thing turns out, two different things. It's the same thing. 888-368-1580. Pinocchio says Carson Wentz, strong arm, just let him throw longer interceptions. Yeah, that's what he's saying. Yeah, he may have a strong arm, but he just throws longer interceptions.
All of Carson, well, actually, hilariously, all of Carson's interceptions this year have been the short ones. It's actually been impossibly frustrating to watch. He'll throw the long bombs. Oh my God, beautiful rainbows, damn it! And then he'll turn around and literally throw an interception to a defensive tackle.
Here, you take it. Cheese Skull says, I'd rather see Trace McSorley at this moment than Kyler Murray.
You don't mean that.
You are McSorley.
Trace McSorley didn't look great in the preseason. You don't mean that.
No, King of Kittens. I did not say we're doing a drawing for nude texters. I do not need pictures. Thank you. Let's see. Lost Toby says, I'm on the other end of the political text. I heckle back. Oh, really? Are you sending out political texts? That's a hell of a job right there. Wouldn't
it be funny if you got a text from a Republican candidate and then you were like, hey, I was just about to text you for the Democratic candidate, and then you just go back and forth from.
Or you just copy and paste in like this, the Democrat one, you copy and paste it into the Republican one. Can I count in your vote for this guy? Or back and forth. If whoever texts you from the Democrats, you copy paste the Republican one, and you just keep that weird chain going. Like, well, no, I wanted your vote. No, we want your vote. You texted me. No, wait, you texted me. Wait, what? That's fun. That's a good idea, Keon. I'm going to do that. Big George says, Jeffrey, how dare you say the name of Carson Palmer in vain? By the way, you spelled vain wrong. He's a Cardinals Ring of Honor inductee. His mediocre quarterback play helped the Cardinals finish in the middle of the league for several years.
Yep.
It's more like the ringworm of honor.
How do you wind up in the Ring of Honor like that? I don't understand this.
All right. Hey, at least for my Colts, I've got kind of good news. A bunch of my hurt players are coming back, and now it's like we won a game without them, and so I'm just kind of like, well, I hope this helps. But Jonathan Taylor, for those of you in fantasy football, Shaquille Leonard, and Naheem Hines have been practicing for the Colts, so that is good news for fantasy football as well as my Colts, I guess. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Having Jonathan Taylor back, I'm sorry, you do get better by getting him back. I know it hasn't been a great year, but I don't think you forgot how to run in a year. I think that the offensive line's been dinged up, and he's been dinged up.
Oh, before we talk more football, there's been a controversy in something that we have found very interesting, and we're actually thinking about trying ourselves in our own, Olympic style thing called the Guyathlon. And, the beer mile thing. You heard about the beer mile?
Beer
mile is?
No.
Well, here's what you run 4 laps on a track, which is a mile. Before each one, you have to drink a full beer that is at least 5% alcohol. And yes, if you're asking, people do puke quite a bit. And then there was a big controversy, though, this time because they switched from bottles to cans. And they're like, well, the venue we're doing this at doesn't allow glass, so we had to use cans. But the cans were also mandatory in the original beer mile rules that were drafted back in the 90s. Runners weren't happy. They're like, well, no. We like the bottles because that creates less foam, so it's easier to chug them, you're also, by the way, not allowed to shotgun the beers. That's a rule. Anyway, so if you're a can fan and you don't believe it, turns out they got the stats to back it up. Canadian guy won for the second year in a row, but was much slower this time. Last year, he set a world record, 4 minutes, 28 seconds, but he finished 22 seconds slower this time. And he said, yeah, it's because this foam thing, that whole foam thing. So that it costs 22 seconds and you're like, well, burp. So I don't know. Do you like beer better in a can or a bottle, Randy?
My favorite beer is free beer.
Okay. But if you had to choose between the free beer in the bottle or the free beer in the can, which do you prefer?
Doesn't matter. Indifferent.
I like it in a bottle. I do. I prefer a bottle personally. This must be my Irishness. But anyway, so that is the new thing, the controversy on the beer mile. I think that we should all agree that we do the beer mile. It should be done with bottles.
Well, okay. We could do that. I won't run, though. I'll be walking.
One thing I will allow, if we did have to do cans, I'd allow the shotgunning. That makes it even more entertaining, except for there's a lot of waste. So you're not really drinking because, people shotgun a beer like, hey, I'm going to shotgun a beer. So much of it just drips down onto their shirt and not in their mouth.
Yeah.
So that's probably why they banned it. So no, I've changed my mind. No shotgunning.
All right.
Beers.
Very well.
You must use a bottle. That's it.
Another event locked in place for the Daily Blender Guyathlon.
I got some man of the day stuff for later on, but I just want to say I don't know. This is a cool thing, but let me just read. A 22-year-old pilot flew from New York, Mexico to Washington, D.C. last week. And they say the thing about it is she's blind. She's legally blind.
Okay.
And she had a co-pilot with her to navigate. Okay. And she did it for World Sight Day to inspire other visually impaired people to never let it limit what they do in life. Is that a good idea? I mean, at
Well,
first
she had a co-pilot.
well, then it's really not an achievement. You got the co-pilot doing.
I mean, it's not an achievement.
Well, the co-pilot's not flying the plane, but the co-pilot's there in case, you know.
She was immediately hired by Southwest Airlines. Though. That was the interesting.
Well, I have a lot of questions here. Did she have some of her sight?
No,
I know you can be legally blind, but you still have some of your sight.
I do not know. Just
Okay.
says legally blind.
And second of all, I don't think it's too hard to program the autopilot because it's a
It's
number
not you
pad.
flying.
You take off. You hit your degrees in there, whatever it is in your autopilot, and then the plane flies for you until you have to change your
That's just a plane flying. You're
Well, I
not
mean-
flying.
well,
It's
well,
like,
I mean,
congratulations, you felt the braille bumps on the buttons. Okay.
Well, I mean, what are you
hooray.
gonna
We don't know if she lifted off or landed though.
She would have
Neither
to-
does she.
She would have to.
Well, we don't know how well she can see.
She would have to do the
The plane could be
takeoff.
upside down, and she's like, "Hey, at least we're level." I mean, come on, she can't.
She would have to do the takeoff. She would have to do the landing.
Mhm.
But I mean,
don't- no,
the
you're-
boring points between point A and point B.
It's not her doing the landing. It's the co-pilot saying, "Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up." Oh God. Okay. No, we're good. I'm sorry, I yelled. Okay, now level up. You know what I'm saying? It's not her.
I'm sure that the co-pilot was calling probably speed and altitude.
I would imagine the co-pilot was already suffering a terminal illness because nobody else would do it. It's like, I got nothing left to live for. Let's do this, kid. I got you.
You mind if I spark up this pal mal here in the cockpit?
Sure. Yeah, I'll tell you what, that'd be the only flight where everybody back in the seats should be allowed to clap if they land alive. You know what I'm saying?
I don't see.
I
that
hate
it's
when
a-
people clap when people land. It's like
I
this
don't
is-
see that it's a. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful thing she did. Congratulations.
Yeah, okay.
Congratulations. What was her name?
I
might send her a congratulatory card.
Yeah, I didn't catch her name. I just saw this part, and I
You
just
didn't
wrote
see
these
it, did
things
you?
down. That's the other part. You send her a nice card, she won't see it unless you sit there and like push bumps into it with your pen from the back.
Wow.
I don't know how to write in Braille. Do you?
How do you know I don't have a Braille writing machine?
I don't know, but I
Ah-ha.
think it's a good guess.
You're right, though.
Just saying. Anyway,
Come on, this is
Um,
an amazing thing, man. A blind pilot? Come
it's
on.
really not because she didn't do anything.
It's a great Texter nickname though. Blind pilot.
The blind pilot.
Just saying.
The blind pilot says.
I know that we probably have some blind listeners. I know that Wilbur is pretty damn blind, and I'd like to get their take on this. I mean, would you be a blind person comfortable with another blind person flying the plane you're on?
Yes.
No, no. You're lying if you said yes.
Why?
You're lying. You're
Why?
lying if you said yes.
Why would I be lying?
Well, if you said yes.
Well, he did say yes,
but he's not blind, so you
No.
have no you have no say. How dare you, sir? How dare you? It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Of course, I use Mr. Clean Magic Eraser to clean tough messes off my stovetop and bathtub. But then I discovered I can also use it to easily clean my patio furniture and even my shoes. I'm hooked.
And when wipes won't cut it, I use Magic Eraser Sheets. They're thin and flexible erasers, perfect for everyday messes, like gunk on my counters and sinks. They really are magical.
The reviews are in. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser and Sheets make cleaning look easy.
Arizonans are facing big challenges these days. Rising costs at the grocery store, the gas pump, and the pharmacy. That's why Mark Kelly is doing whatever it takes in Washington to bring down costs, even when it means standing up to his own party. The son of two police officers, Mark grew up in a house where money was tight. He knows what it means for Arizonans when everyday items cost more. Thanks to Mark Kelly's work, Medicare will finally negotiate down prescription drug prices. Less money spent at the pharmacy means more money stays in your pocket. Mark is leading the effort to cut red tape for truckers and ease supply chain issues. And he's pushing for more domestic oil production to bring down gas prices. Because Mark knows that for a lot of people, every little bit counts right now. Senator Mark Kelly, looking out for Arizona, fighting for us.
I'm Mark Kelly, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Mark Kelly for Senate.
Hey everybody, Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. You know, the Lund Mortgage Team has been doing their thing for over 2 decades in the Valley, helping thousands of people in Arizona save money on their loans, get the best rate. They're mortgage brokers. They can shop it around for you. And now more than ever, it is so important to have a mortgage professional that's been around, that's seen the high rates, low rates, everything in between, because look, there's no sugarcoating what's going on right now. The rates are higher. However, the supply and demand, the whole how many houses are for sale in Arizona and what's going on, it's gone in favor of the buyer now. So if you're going to buy a new home, it is important to go and get that rate. Whatever that rate is, it's not going to be your forever rate. That's important to think about. So lock it in, get the house of your dreams, and move on. But let the people at the Lund Mortgage Team do their job. All the heavy lifting from start to finish. They'll find you the best rate out there. Call 623-875-9940, 623-875-9940, or online, lundmortgage.com.
The general election is November 8th this year. Voting locations are open on Election Day from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. All qualified voters must show ID. For a list of valid IDs, go online to arizona.vote. Have an early ballot? You can return it at any voting location or secure election drop box, and you don't have to wait in line. Learn more about voting locations at arizona.vote or call 1-877-THE-VOTE. This message is sponsored by the Arizona Secretary of State's office.
Download the Fanatic app. News, scores, social media updates, and more on your smartphone, on your tablet. The free Fanatic app, available at the Google Play Store or the App Store, and at 1580thefanatic.com.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, and as you may or may not have heard, Thursday Night Football will not be on our station this week because damn Cardinals are playing, and some other station down the dial gets a chance to have bad football for the night. So Friday, we do have the AIA Game of the Week. Castile is taking on Perry at 7 p.m. Saturday at noon, we've got Texas is at Oklahoma State. Sunday, 3 games, no waiting, straight through. Colts at Titans in the morning. Chiefs at 49ers in the midday. Steelers at Dolphins for your Sunday night football fix. Then on Monday night football, Bears at Patriots. So even though we're missing out on Thursday night football, we still have a whole lot of great play-by-play for you here on 1580 The Fanatic. We'll still have Rosalie Michaels on at a regular time. We just won't cut her off at 4:30. We'll get through to that next break at 4:40. So 10 extra minutes with Rosalie Michaels for your fantasy football.
How about that?
Not bad.
Not
Unless she
bad
hangs
at
up
all.
on us at 4:30 saying, I'm out, losers. You know,
Could be.
could happen. Hefty Lefty says, I hear accents in Braille. They're very hard to master. I think that if somebody is typing in Braille, that means they heard the accent. So if you say like in a book, this French fellow came over, you can read what he says next and ho, 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 you know, so it's not the same. It's not the same, Hefty. The Jet says, my third eye is blind. You know, that band, Third Eye Blind, the singer can't sing for nothing, can he? Oh, he is.
It's been a long time since I heard that band.
No, I mean, like you hear the song on the radio, do, do, do. And you hear the song like live, do, 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 do. The guy can't sing. It is horrible.
It's just been pitch corrected within an inch of his life.
Oh my God. Pinocchio says, hey, Randy, stolen beer is better than free beer because it costs the same, but comes with an adrenaline rush.
And sometimes a fine and some jail time. Yeah.
Yeah. Pinocchio, we cannot condone that sort of activity here.
Here, have one on me.
Yeah. Free one, not stolen. Boomer Sooner says, I wish you guys were on all day Friday. My first appointment is Queen Creek, 10 a.m. Next appointment is Surprise at noon. Thanks, boss. Boomer Sooner, I thought you were retired. What do you do, Boomer Sooner? I thought you retired because you're so damn old. So, do you guys know what he does?
No,
I'm not gonna lie. I assumed Boomer Sooner was retired too. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe he's picked up a side hustle, as the kids say. To supplement his Medicare or whatever happens with old people. The Jet says, always buy more beer than you need. Better safe than sober.
Yeah.
Not bad. Yeah. Boomer Sooner says, yeah, extra cash. Yeah, but what are you doing? I'm curious. If you don't want me to tell anybody, I won't. Booger Roll says Jeffrey only listens to Blues Travelers, Bon Jovi, and Def Leppard. Most of the music you hear playing, by the way, we had a new song before when we came out of a break. Who put that in? That's not one of mine.
Me.
That was almost rap-tastic. That was kind of hip-hop-ish earlier. I don't know what that was.
Trying to add a little flavor.
Mm-hmm. Not bad.
Appreciate
it. So no, I do not listen to any of those bands. When I was a kid, Def Leppard because it was on, not since. Bon Jovi because it was on, not since. Blues Traveler. I've never been a soccer mom, so never. You're thinking of somebody else from the past. Brad Oliver says, "How about that Suns -5 tonight?" I approve that message. I guess if you wanted to, you bet the opposite on that for value, but I don't know. I don't really know where the Suns are yet until we see this game and a few more. So I don't know if I would be confident enough to bet on anything right now. If you're talking just about the betting aspect, of course, we're Suns fans and we're going to be cheering them on. But yeah, I don't know. I couldn't. I did make my bet, Randy, that you suggested. I did bet the futures bet on two different betting platforms, got better odds. I'm not going to say where. And I did a $1 bet one place. I did a $10 bet the other place where the odds are better, fully expecting I will never see that money again because I bet that the Suns will win the championship. And I don't know. I feel like they'll have a good season. I've got nothing to stand on to say they won't win it. I don't know. I mean, has there been any word on the street about how the practices have gone? I know you can't take the preseason seriously. Is there any like good intel on the Suns yet?
Not really. They've kind of kept things close to the vest, and I think probably because of the Ayton contract drama of the offseason, and then the argument with Monty before that. I think the Suns are just kind of being under the radar right now, and maybe that's the best for them until they figure out what they're going to be like this year.
Brad Oliver says Luka Doncic is probably going to give him that Game 7 Luka special. By the way, if your name is Brad Oliver, or I just saw that there and I slapped it in, is that your actual name? You should have a Texter nickname. This is your only chance in life to have the nickname of your dreams. Either that or you're an existing texter who has had the wrong name put in on it. I need you to let me know what's what so we can take care of that. And as always, Randy White does have a nice selection of pre-approved and ready to go texter nicknames. If you just, can't think of one, what's some of the latest good ones, Randy?
Well, I mean, the blind pilot. I mean, obviously we just came up with that. Slimy little bastard, trouser trout, sturgeon love, bearded turd, poos, honeypot, rim
Lucas
roller,
special,
patent metric. Let's see, trouser cough, Weasley bastard, nude texter, sticky keyboard, Le Douche, Lemmy Winks, Jen from accounting, and poop articles. Just a few.
We're not going to ever give out Jen from accounting. You can scratch that one off. That one's never going to be given out.
Well, I was told to put
but
that. All right.
I like Le Douche.
Le Douche.
But it has to be somebody who can actually confirm their French heritage.
Oily stool, magic lube, Randy's meat, Papa Woody.
By the way,
Randy's meat.
No, I think you probably scratched that one out too.
Randy's meat.
Yeah, what's that, Keon?
Not to interrupt you, Randy, but Manny
you just
Machado homered to center field, or homered to center, and 8-4 Padres.
There you go.
They're just piling it on.
Now, Brad just put something down here, and I don't know if we can do this one. I don't know if anybody else is going to make this connection. It says he wants his texter nickname to be Sandusky's boy.
Yeah.
No. Too dark. not filthy and dirty, but too dark. So
those victims are still alive and suffering. Let's not,
gonna try that one again there, buddy. Okay. Chief Skull says, I take Jeffrey for a Ghetto Boys fan. I don't even know who they are. No idea. Big George says, I think Boomer Sooner sells Xanax and Percocet to the kids at high schools. Okay, that's not even close to what it is. He says he's a project manager for fireplace design and build. He just makes sure that people are happy and satisfied. You know, like Bob's cell phone. 888-368-1580. Joe the Show says, all right, fellas, you've earned your drinks. You really didn't have to do much, like the Lakers there, but you did earn them. Yeah, we told you how this was going to go down.
I didn't even write the bet down because that is the easiest beer I've ever earned.
Yep. So we will see you at the next thing. Thirsty. Hefty Lefty says, I say this with the utmost respect.
Oh, no.
But has anyone ever lasted 10 extra minutes? I'm not reading the rest of that. What the hell? Why would you even? Why? Oh, I see why. But no, I'm not reading the rest of that. Big George says nobody can be called Jen from accounting because Boogie killed her off when she rejected his advances. Also, Jen from accounting is a fictional character. So
can't stress that enough.
Bite Mike Bob says, hello, Blenderverse. I'm here. Yes. Put me in for that Camaro you were giving away later. Sweet. No, that's not what is being given away.
No.
And we have tapes to prove I never said that. A unnamed texter here says, Suns starting tonight, coming out of the West and finally winning the NBA title. 8064, your name has not shown up. So if that's you, please let me know who you are or if you're a new texter. So again, too early to tell anything about anything. So, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like we're still, can I just be honest? If nothing really changed, we didn't get any magical pieces in the offseason. And if it's the same Suns team again, I just don't see us getting there. I feel like they needed to do something. And I don't feel like they did anything but lose some pieces. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did we get better or not in the offseason?
Yeah, about the same. I would say getting Dario Saric back from injury makes them slightly better because he was doing a good job before he, tore his ACL. But that's about it. Yeah, I think they stayed more or less the same. And so unless they get some favorable matchups, should they make it to the postseason, I'm kind of with you.
The Jet thinks we got better because Crowder was a cancer in the locker room. What did you base that on? I don't remember hearing anybody say he was a cancer in the locker room. Did you?
No. And to this moment, I haven't heard anybody say Jay Crowder was a cancer in the locker room. Obviously he wants out. So maybe it's a locker room thing, but maybe it's a management thing, but maybe it's it could be any number of things is what I'm saying. I don't think that we can just describe locker room cancer to a guy.
Hold on. No offense, Jet, but I guess I shouldn't have read that. We shouldn't take this as serious from you because the next text from him says, true fact, if you're right-handed, your left testicle will hang down lower. Same way, if you're left-handed, your right testicle will hang down lower.
Okay, never mind. But I
probably not going to take facts from the Jet right now.
I rescind all of the serious consideration I gave that statement. I'm taking it all back.
Prison Wallet says, what's this about a new text system? Yeah, we had to get a new one because the old one went out of business, but this new one has a lag in when people's names are showing up, and it's been a little bit annoying. I don't know how much longer I'm going to put up with it. We might have to change it again. Number one Rattlers fan says 171 days until, well, I'm thinking it has something to do with the Rattlers.
That's a good guess.
Thinking so.
Mm-hmm.
King Kitten says the outfield video board in San Diego just flashed LFG SD. Is that appropriate? Let's freaking go, San Diego. I don't see why not.
I mean, yeah, if there's a person young enough, they're not going to know what that means. It's not the word.
Are you guys kidding me? Because kids in like third grade are saying the F word.
But then,
kidding me?
Well, then they already know.
Yeah.
Putting the letter F up on the screen is not going to make them not know what that word is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you also tell your kids it means freaking. So
Yeah.
You could. Yeah. The show says the sun stood same. They were supposed to get a new point guard who could replace Chris Paul and provide valuable minutes. They totally ignored it. Yeah, they are kind of acting like that he's 28, not 38.
And that we didn't just watch, a rookie stop him from being able to dribble the ball up the court in the playoffs last year because the rookie's young and he's not anymore.
Mm-hmm. Baker's Cocky Hen says, wait, which testicle hangs lower? I'm not going to repeat that. You just have to go back to the podcast. Brad, you need to choose a texter nickname. You can't just throw something horrible and dark at us and then not come up with a real one. I'm just going to put in that his name is Lucas Special until he comes up with something else. He says he needs a college football lock for this Saturday, though.
We do that Fridays on the Daily Blender.
Do you actually give a lock on your thing?
I don't, but I can.
Yeah, let's see.
I have never considered that before, but yeah, I could do it.
Tell you what, we're not giving you a lock till you choose a text or nickname. How's that for a deal? And even then, I will not say my famous version of "it's a lock" because that's sure death to anybody. Swave Dave says a drawing for free beer. I'm in. It's not. I never said that. I just never said that. King Kittens has questions on the hanging testicle question, and he says, "What if you're ambidextrous?" It's a fair question.
Well, if you are, I don't know.
I don't know the answer to this made-up conundrum.
The answer is quite literally in your own hands. Check. I don't know.
The answer is in your own hands. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Okay, I've got to put in a plug for Kohl's lowest prices of the season. I got myself a pair of cozy sweats for under $18. Found my sister the cutest boots for Christmas, just $29.99. And with the 50% off kitchen and dining essentials, I'm all set to host for the holidays. Not to mention, I got 80% off clearance finds and earned Kohl's cash. So yeah, get to Kohl's and thank me later. Select styles ends October 23rd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Arizonans are facing big challenges these days. Rising costs at the grocery store, the gas pump, and the pharmacy. That's why Mark Kelly is doing whatever it takes in Washington to bring down costs, even when it means standing up to his own party. The son of two police officers, Mark grew up in a house where money was tight. He knows what it means for Arizonans when everyday items cost more. Thanks to Mark Kelly's work, Medicare will finally negotiate down prescription drug prices. Less money spent at the pharmacy means more money stays in your pocket. Mark is leading the effort to cut red tape for truckers and ease supply chain issues. And he's pushing for more domestic oil production to bring down gas prices. Because Mark knows that for a lot of people, every little bit counts right now. Senator Mark Kelly, looking out for Arizona, fighting for us.
I'm Mark Kelly, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Mark Kelly for Senate.
Going to Ben Bridge and ask to speak to a bridge. They aren't there. Shane Company, no one named Shane there. Robbins Brothers has been owned by a VC firm for years. Jared, that name came from a focus group. Hi, Diamond Dave Cantor, the only wholesale fourth generation diamond importer, GI graduate that you can actually meet in person. At Desert Wholesale Diamond, I'm importing the diamonds, designing and coordinating the custom rings, and I'm here. Deal with a full-bore retail store. You're paying their huge overhead, their shareholder profit, and multiple mid-level managers. Buying a diamond is a major life moment purchase. You should be dealing with the source, and I'm it. We're in a professional office building to give you the one-on-one service a purchase like this deserves. I'm connected to the largest diamond cutters in the world, cutting out all the layers that add to the price of a diamond.
Call 480-397-2450. That's 480-397-2450. Or follow Dave on Instagram at Diamond Dave Cantor. That's at Diamond Dave, Kantor.
The NASCAR season will come to an end in Phoenix, but the championship weekend will last forever.
The greatest are the ones that seize the moment.
4 championship races in 3 days, all set against the stunning backdrop of the desert mountains. Night racing, a doubleheader, and a Cup Series champion crowned on Sunday. It's a weekend you'll wish would never end. The NASCAR Championship Weekend at Phoenix Raceway, November 4th through the 6th. Get your tickets now at phoenixraceway.com.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And, still waiting on this Brad character to give us his text or nickname. He went a little bit dark on us, making a Penn State joke there, and Waldo says we should give him the name Penn State Lock and or Penn State Lock Up. Whatever the case, new. So come on, Brad, you can do better than that. 888-368-1580. Again, it's National New Friends Day. So what we're doing here on the show is if you're a new texter, you've never texted the show before, and you text in today for the very, very first time, you'll be put into a drawing to win your choice of a family 4-pack to the Wildlife World Zoo and Aquarium, or a $50 gift card for Dave and Buster's. So fun with the family, fun at a fun place. Basically, we put the FU in fun, and that is what's happening here and now. And all you have to do, if you've been hanging back, like, I've been listening to the show for a while, but I just never texted in. You should text in today. You should text in today for your chance to win a pretty cool prize. Now, whichever one you choose, you get. The other one that gets given in a random drawing to everybody else who texted today, all the established texters on the text line. So simple as that. So today is your day if you've been waiting to text in on National New Friends Day here on the Daily Blender. So now Brad has come up with his name. It's actually not a bad one. It's not a bad one. It's Dirty Dallas. I didn't think you're going to hit that, Randy. So I didn't.
Well, I
wait
just
for it.
did.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. So Dirty Dallas is a new texter here on the.
I was trying to hit it right for you that time.
I've already said it though.
No.
Maybe I should have that button. Maybe all the buttons that you have are fine. Maybe I should have that button. You think I could just have that button?
No.
Okay. 888-368-1580. Booger Wolf, he says, hey, if you're a Broncos or a Vikings fan, you probably only got one testy. You bums.
Wow.
That's a hell of an accusation. And I can't say he's wrong because I don't know. I'm not going to be the one that checks. I'll leave that up to somebody else. Hefty Lefty says, clackers of ambidextrous people, they just kind of drag on the ground. I think that's what happens.
Really?
Seriously. Okay, I don't want to talk about testicles or Penn State.
Clackers? The clackers, did he say?
Yeah, sometimes they clack together. It's a damn nuisance. Makes all sorts of noise. There's no beer being given away today, Jet, but Randy will pour you one.
There you go, Jet.
I don't know who this one is because it hasn't updated, but it's established texture. Congratulations, Big T. The Big T says, I have both. Okay, good to know. Listen, let's move on. Can I just say that I don't feel sorry for Tom Brady now. Tom Brady came out and he was on a podcast or something, started saying, yeah, going off to play a season in football is hard on the family and hard to focus on family life and football life. It's kind of like, when the soldiers go off to war. Oh, Tom, please stop. Please stop. It's nothing like when a soldier goes to war.
No.
0%.
Absolutely not even close.
As you stay in fine hotels and fly in first class
and get paid millions of dollars
and eat the finest of food.
Yeah.
No, it is 0%.
Yeah.
Like, surely should have kept that one to yourself, buddy.
So sometimes you do get hit by a large person, but that is still not even close.
Yeah, no.
You'd rather be hit by the large person than say a bomb or a bullet.
You get hit by a large person. You have a team of doctors and trainers that rush to your side to assist you. No.
Yeah. So Tom Brady lost a little bit of sympathy. At first, I was going to feel bad for him. I saw Tom Brady actually quit wearing his wedding ring. And I know it's got to hurt. But if he thinks that sucks, wait until a divorce court makes him give up 3.5 of those Super Bowl rings he has. He's going to have less rings when this is over. Trust me. If she gets 3.5 of them, I guess what happens is she gets 3, and they're going to have to cut one right down the middle in half. That's how divorce works, man. That's how it works.
Nobody told me.
Just saying, try to win an odd number, an even number of Super Bowls.
Of everything Tom Brady has that Giselle could ask for or get.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Super Bowl rings or Super Bowl paraphernalia would be in the list of things she would want from Tom.
I got news for you. Divorce makes people cranky. And if she's got a good lawyer, they're going to be putting one of them rings right across the bandsaw.
I don't think think that's going to happen. No. Mm-mm.
She's like, I'll take the side with all the diamonds, please.
No. I'll take the house. I'll take the house in New England. I'll take the house in Laguna or wherever you're at there, whatever beach you're on. Yeah. That it'll be more like that. And I want half of your dollars. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Super Bowl rings. No. She'll probably tell Tom where he can jam those Super Bowl rings.
Yeah, she probably will. I think of it. She's got that fiery personality, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Well, now Tom has just lost all sympathy from anybody who is a veteran, knows a veteran, appreciates veterans. What a dumb ass thing to say.
Yeah, which I'm not going to kill him for this because people just say dumb stuff. And I'm just going to assume it's one of those moments.
He was on a podcast.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he was caught in an interview or somebody was like pressuring him like a locker room. Hey, Tom, what about this? No, he had time to think about his answer. He's been thinking about that answer for a while.
He's probably thinking about the isolation one feels when you're deployed,
which is relevant specifically to him right now. Probably more than anybody else.
I mean, I can't speak for him. I don't know, but he's probably talking about the isolation one feels when they're playing at this level of football.
And I'm also going with, I think it's an analogy. I don't think Tom actually thinks that being a football player is anything like being a soldier. I think he's too smart to actually think that.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't smart enough to keep that one to himself. Though,
yeah, it's too bad.
That's true. But like I said, people say dumb things.
So kind of lost me on that one, I think. Hefty Lefty still stuck on the cutting the Super Bowl ring in half. Says if they each get half, then Tom is coming out on top money wise. It's a good point. She had more money than he did. So I think that's it. Here's what I think. If he had more money, they'd fight it to the bitter end. She has more money. She's going to say, you can have your money you had. I'll keep my money I had, and we'll just go our separate ways. And I bet he's going to say, okay. Just saying, that's the way it works.
I would know, but I'll take your word for it.
I've known a few times, kid.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It changes people. That's all I'm saying. Changes people. Booger Wolf says the only thing that comes out of Dallas is okay. Oh no, we're good. Steers and beers. Wink, wink. And then he calls us twinks. Okay, I probably shouldn't have read any of that. Jagdog says, "Are you kidding, Randy? Giselle knows how important all those Super Bowl stuff is to him, and she wants it all, so he can't have it. He hurt her. Now she wants to hurt him."
We have no idea if their relationship is like that.
I have a feeling he would just give those away. He probably would. He would probably put the stipulation, just give it to the children.
No, I don't think so. He's worked so hard for those. He'd be like, you can keep the kids. And the one I had with Bridget. You can have the one I had with Bridget too. Please, just let me have the rings. Let me have my rings. Dirty Dallas says, heading out of town tomorrow for Texas A&M versus South Carolina. So I need that lock today. And I don't have any horns.
Yeah.
So, all right. I don't understand. You want the lock bet about Texas A&M and South Carolina?
No, That's not what I heard him say. I don't know. Keon,
He
what do you
needs
think?
a lock.
He needs a lock.
just-
You realize
We
you
have
can
a-
download our app and
Yeah.
hear it on Friday. You can wherever you're at, you can tune in.
You should
Randy,
do that.
tell them where to do that.
Yeah, 1580thefanatic.com. Yeah, just look for our picture. We're in the upper right-hand corner there. Just look for our picture.
Or
That's
go
how
to
they-
the
click
Apple
on
Store
our picture
or
and,
the Google
you can,
Play Store.
And you
No,
can
they don't. It's
they'll
not the
take you right
picture.
to the. Just click on our picture right
It's
there.
not how
I'm
it
the-
works, Randy.
I'm the good-looking one in
All
the back.
right, I'll
there.
take care of this. I'll
And
take care
then,
of this. Yeah,
you
I
just
mean, we
click
do
on
look
that and-
handsome. We all
Yeah.
look
Oh, yeah.
handsome on there.
Well,
So I feel like I know where Keon's hand is. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
If you go to 1580thefanatic.com, click listen on to go, and it'll you can listen live through the site, or you can go to the Apple Store or the Droid Store, whatever they call it, and get your 1580 Fanatic app, which then you can listen to anywhere you're at, no matter what. Simple as that. Easy as that.
well, I mean,
We are handsome though. I'm not gonna lie.
oh yeah, we're very handsome. I'm the best looking one though. But I will say this. I know you can. I know you can go to our picture and you click on that. It goes to our page.
Yeah, well, but
And
that's
you
not where
can-
the listen
and you
live.
can-
stuff
Oh yeah.
is.
Oh no, it's right there. It's
Oh,
right
hold
there.
on here. Now I got to
Yeah.
click on a thing.
Yeah, it's
you're
right
full
there.
of crap.
If you go down below, notice Keon is the third picture on our page.
Yeah.
And you go down there and whammo, there's the podcast. You can go there. And I just did that
Randy,
by clicking.
I'm not telling them to listen to the podcast. I'm telling them to listen live.
Oh,
to
listen
our,
live. Oh no, you
our
got
app and
no,
our
no,
stream.
No, you got to listen on the go. You got to click that one. You click on now. But if you bring the page up, if you're on a computer, you bring the page up. The player just loads at the top there. But if you listen on the go, that'll give you a listen live.
Well,
Mhm.
see, now that I'm here, you just got Keon in trouble.
Yeah. Why?
Well, I see he didn't post yesterday's show until today.
Uh-oh.
That's
Yeah.
not true. That's not true. I did it last night. I do it every night after the show.
Yeah.
When it goes up is when it goes up, but I do it. No.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
sure does.
care what
there.
it says. I did it last night.
Mm.
Well, I have.
How come
date-
there's only
go
two?
look? There's
Yeah.
proof, and then there's
I
like
don't.
2
I don't
hours.
need to look. I did. I was
Did
here.
we,
2 hours
did we
on
forget an
Monday.
hour on Monday?
Well, no,
Oh,
Monday,
that's right.
that's
We
the hour
only
and a
did
half show.
So
Yeah.
you put a half hour show up.
Well, I don't see
Yeah.
Friday's show on there.
Yeah, Friday
Oh,
show.
boy.
Well, there's
The
Friday's show.
14th?
No, wait.
No, the
Uh,
14th.
Wait,
Friday the 14th.
14th is
Wow,
not
Keon.
Friday, is it?
Wow.
I'm
Wow,
very
yeah.
good. Did we
It was,
lose some show?
It was Thursday the 13th. It's a dark day. And then Friday the 14th.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
right. Friday's completely missing on here.
Oh, yeah.
What's the story on that, Keon?
I think I screwed that up.
Whoops.
That was a high school football disastrous connection thing day, and I think I just plumb forgot.
So what we've learned is don't direct us to that part of the site, Randy, or it gets Keon in trouble.
But no, I upload it every night after the show, and
Yeah.
and we've done this before. Randy once told me, "Hey, Keon, I didn't see the thing," and then I checked on my app because I get all the podcasts on my podcast app,
Uh-huh.
and the podcast app had it. So I don't know what's causing that delay, but
I think you
I
should
do
investigate
it
what happened Friday.
every
That's what-
damn
Mhm.
night
Mhm.
before I leave here.
Well, I know you weren't here, Jeffrey. You were still recovering from that football game last week.
Right.
Keon was drinking heavily that day.
I don't
So
I don't drink here. guys.
There will
he
be
was-
some meetings later, I think.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
of
good
this.
Lord.
Thank you for the
Drinking heavily.
info on that, Randy.
Calling my integrity into question, and I
Well,
won't stand for it.
I mean,
There's no integrity problem about drinking. I know you're. I wasn't even about that.
No, it's not about the drinking. It's about
Grow up, Keon. 888-368-1580.
I didn't say what he was drinking. I just said he was drinking heavily.
Staying hydrated. Don't worry about it.
There's a text here that says, I've listened to you for far too long time to text. What's that even mean?
Like there's not an expiration date. Like if you've been listening to the blender for 2 years, suddenly
It's
you're,
too late.
you
It's
can't. Nope.
awkward.
We will just reject your. Like you can text anytime you want.
8705. I feel like 8705 is already a texter. That number looks familiar. Hefty Lefty says your lock should be NAU over Idaho State.
Really?
Do you not have a lock yet? You just haven't thought about it yet?
No, I didn't realize I was really doing a lock right now.
We should do it, but I mean, I don't know. If we can, it'd be good.
Okay.
Oh,
that's
yes, you
fine.
can find the app on the website, Dirty Dallas. I told you how to do it. You click on the thing.
Let me just, if you got a phone, just if you've got an iPhone,
Yeah.
go to the Apple Store, search 1580 The Fanatic. If you got
Google
a
Store too.
yeah, go to the Google Play Store. If you've got an
Yeah.
Android,
But he
search
says
1580 The Fanatic.
that's not
It's-
true.
That's how I got the Fanatic app.
He does say he loves
Let's see
Harman
here.
Electric and Solar, though. That's
See
good.
here.
Good to know.
Hey Siri, play 1580 The Fanatic.
You can do that. You can absolutely do that because it streams and stuff.
Now playing 1580 The Fanatic.
Ooh, let's listen in. Let's see what we're doing.
Okay.
I'm curious.
There you go.
This could here. No, wait. I want to hear what we're doing. I never get to listen to myself.
If you've got an iPhone, go to the Apple
Yeah.
Store, search 1580 The Fanatic. If you got
That's just Keon talking. Where am I at?
Play Store, if you've got an Android,
There you
search
are.
1580 The Fanatic.
Keon talks a lot. I didn't realize how much he talks on this show.
I do talk a lot. That is true.
Here's another new texter. 3436 says, "Hey, Radio Pal. I'm a friend of Brett Quintine. I've been listening to The Blender for 4 years. This is my first time texting."
Hang on, now my phone is gone crazy.
Why is it playing that music?
Why are we listening to hold music?
I don't know. Somebody help me.
Like car insurance hold music.
I don't know how this
O'Brien,
started.
+1. That's weird, man. Pal of Brett Quintine, any pal of his is a pal of ours. And thanks for listening for 4 years. And we can give you a texter nickname if you like. That's good to meet you. Thanks for listening. Dirty Dallas says hashtag radioception. Yes, we could do that. We just have like a delayed version of the show playing in the background. Like,
oh yeah,
we should do that on like. I don't like to do stuff on April 1st though.
Maybe
I
we
think-
should do that on just Friday.
Just some random Tuesday somewhere in the future. We'll do that. Balls of Fury says, I text once every couple of months. Does that count towards a first time texter raffle? No, but since you texted in today, you're in for the runner up prize. So no problem there. Another new texter says, Go Suns. There you go, buddy. Big George says, leave Keon alone. Why? He says he does the best work a guy can do working for minimum wage at a sports radio station. Who gave you a raise, Keon?
You're making
When did that
minimum
happen?
wage?
I don't know. He says, I'm pretty sure Radio Ron does not want to have the third hour wasted with you guys playing a recorded version of the show. Hey, pal, it wasn't recorded. It was live on the app. There's a delay. So
Yep.
shut it.
Yeah.
Dirty Dallas says he's downloaded the app, but he says, why is it 3 out of 5 stars? I don't think that's true. And if it is, I don't know.
Well, because you couldn't stream the NFL on the app last season. But now you can.
Now you can.
So we got a bunch of people who left reviews to raise those reviews now that you can.
Hey, Dirty Dallas, don't be dirty. Give us 5 stars, would you? Thanks. Broncos, says Booger Wolf. I just can't keep doing this. I can't keep doing this, Booger Wolf. Baker's Cocky Hen says, Old Miss, that's the lock versus LSU. Well, that's your lock. I don't know if it's Keon's lock.
Yeah, I have one, but I don't know if it's.
I'm taking
gonna-
Tennessee over UT.
UT Martin. That's a very. I mean,
That's my lock of the day. Tennessee over UT Martin.
Another new texter says, the Yankees suck. Signed, Rusty Shackelford.
Hmm.
Is that a new text?
Rusty Shackles.
The Jet says Giselle is worth 3 times what Tom is worth. He'll be the one that ends up getting rich. Yeah, I've got a feeling it's not going to go that way for him. I think he's just going to continue to be rich. Let's see. Did I read this one? 8671 says, longtime listener, first time texter, just call me Elzar of the Mountain.
Elzar of the Mountain.
that is the most
nice
Dungeons and Dragons name I've heard.
Are you a member of the Hellfire Club?
Elzar of the Mountain.
Native Brad says, I can say when you're told you're deploying for war, it is no fun. You're scared to death. So no, Tommy, no. He says, good afternoon, Blender World. Throwing my name into the drawing. Can anyone in League 5 please throw me a mercy victory? No, that's not the way it works.
you gotta earn those.
Sorry, man.
They will never help you out there. Dr. Danger says, I don't know if you guys knew this, but Charlie Trippy died today. That's too bad because the Cardinals could have used him in the backfield tomorrow. Charlie Trippy. I feel like that's does that ring a bell for anyone?
I hope he wasn't a running back with a name like Trippy. See what I'm saying?
By the way, touchdown, my pants is this guy's texture nickname.
Touchdown, my pants.
Touchdown, my pants. All right, that's as good a texture nickname as any. He says, I don't know. You guys bring out the 8th grade humor in me. I love it. All right. Well,
could it be touchdown in my pants? Is that maybe
no,
what he meant?
Just touchdown, ellipsis, my pants. And by the way, Elzar was a great uncle's name. Oh, okay. So then it wasn't a Dungeons and Dragons thing. Hey, Keon, you're a nerd. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update for Arizona's new home for sports, The Fanatic. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
The NFL starts week 7 on Thursday night in Arizona. The Cardinals taking on the New Orleans Saints. Arizona should have wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins back from his suspension. Saints should have rookie wide receiver Chris Olave back from a concussion. Arizona, a 1.5-point home favorite, minus 116 against the spread. The Saints minus 104 on the money line. The Saints plus 110. Cardinals minus 130 with an over-under of 44. Sunday night, Miami taking on Pittsburgh. Dolphins favored by 7, minus 350 on the money line. Steelers plus 265 with an over-under of 45. Red hot winning picks at experts.winnersandwiners.com. Save 75% when you use the promo code ACTION75. Experts.winnersandwiners.com. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Arizonans are facing big challenges these days. Rising costs at the grocery store, the gas pump, and the pharmacy. That's why Mark Kelly is doing whatever it takes in Washington to bring down costs, even when it means standing up to his own party. The son of 2 police officers, Mark grew up in a house where money was tight. He knows what it means for Arizonans when everyday items cost more. Thanks to Mark Kelly's work, Medicare will finally negotiate down prescription drug prices. Less money spent at the pharmacy means more money stays in your pocket. Mark is leading the effort to cut red tape for truckers and ease supply chain issues. And he's pushing for more domestic oil production to bring down gas prices. Because Mark knows that for a lot of people, every little bit counts right now. Senator Mark Kelly, looking out for Arizona, fighting for us.
I'm Mark Kelly, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Mark Kelly for Senate.
When you run a business, you need to be in control. And while you can't control everything that happens in the world of business, you can definitely take control of your utility expenses with the help of Harmon Solar. Give them a call and see how your company can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with 0 down and no payments for 12 months. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189. That's 800-281-3189. Or go to harmonsolar.com.
Hi, Jada Cantor, Desert Wholesale Diamond, and my dad, Diamond Dave. Lots of people sell diamonds in Scottsdale, but no one like my dad. He really imports diamonds directly from overseas. A few people say this, he really does this. Then he wholesales them direct to you. He designs and manufactures custom rings for wholesale in his own facility, providing top quality service for the lowest price. He does this in our professional offices, giving you one-on-one attention while saving you the rent and overhead of a high-end or big box chain. He saves so much, and he'll do the same for you. Don't pay retail. Work with a 4th-generation GIA graduate, diamond importer, and get her the diamond she wants at a price you want.
Call 480-397-2450. That's 480-397-2450. Or on Instagram at Diamond Dave Cantor. That's at Diamond Dave, Kantor. Or online at www.diamonddaveaz.com. That's www.diamonddaveaz.com.
Fire up the band. It's time to play ball. We're serving up the best matchups on the college gridiron.
Touchdown! What a catch!
The power conferences, the biggest games, your favorite teams.
Under pressure, and he goes down!
Get all the action live on your home for football in the Valley. 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
is NBA kickoff, or I'm sorry, tip-off tonight as the Suns get underway against the Dallas Doughboys. And new customers to the FanDuel Sportsbook app get $150 back in free bets guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. Just use my promo code Randy1580 on FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. Plus, all customers get 3 months of NBA League Pass when they make a $5 bet on the NBA, courtesy of FanDuel. Then you can watch all the action. You can bet on everything from the money line to point spreads to over-unders, all that stuff. Best of all, you get your winnings paid instantly when you win on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Don't miss your chance to get $150 in free bets plus 3 months of the NBA League Pass with promo code Randy1580. Make every moment more this NBA season with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the Phoenix Sun. Must be 21 or older, present in Arizona. New customers, first online real money wager only, $10 deposit required. A bonus issued as non-withdrawable free bets that expired 14 days. Existing customers, $5 NBA wager required. Limit 1 pass per customer across both offers. Restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. See full terms for both offers at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342. NBA League Pass. Local blackout restrictions apply. Jeff Cope.
All right. Thank you, Randy. And, Dr. Danger is unhappy with it. It's, come on, man. Trippy's in the ring of dishonor at the Cardinals Stadium already. I looked him up, and when I looked up his name, Charles Trippy, who passed away today at the age of 100, it said, who is the oldest living member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame? And until today, it was Charles Trippy. They're probably going to need to update that. Anyway, so yes, he used to play for the Chicago Cardinals back in the day, and he was put into the Pro Football Hall of Fame at 1968. So, I guess you've seen his name there at the stadium. I've been there. I have not memorized those names. So please accept all our apologies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, were we supposed to know this? Did you know this?
I was told there was not going to be any math.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought too. Other new texters are texting in here during the break. Says, all right, here goes. Josh McDaniels can't manage a game for squat. Team should be 3-2. Instead, we're 1-4. Lakers have no shooting, and they'll suck again if they don't trade Russ for somebody who can shoot. And my USC Trojans football once again found a way to F it up and lose another important conference game. Randy, hook me up with a double crown, please. So I don't know. Is that an existing texture? Or is it,
I don't know. If they
here's
listen to the
one.
show, clearly they know I'm the bartender.
Says, go Suns, and please call me The Wiz.
The Wiz.
You got it, buddy. The Wiz. I'm not typing in the texture nickname so I can find and count out when we do the random number generator here in a few minutes to find out who wins the prize. So Hefty Lefty says, well, my guy in the desert only recommends 5-star rated service businesses. What?
Is he talking about the app still?
I think he's talking about Brett Mushburger. Here's another new texter says, I've been listening for about 3 or 4 years, since old Eric Cohn was there. I'm a trucker and I love you guys. You get me through the day. Very entertaining, more than the pricks up the dial. My name is Raider Trucker.
Raider Trucker.
That is just right out of the gate, a badass name.
Yeah.
Raider Trucker.
Have you ever texted in like a million years ago? I have a vague memory of that, or maybe it was another trucker, but whatever the case, good to have you on there. Appreciate that. And oh no, that was the fifth letter that texted in earlier on that big spiel. How you doing, fifth letter? I don't know why you didn't show up in the system, but I'll take care of that. Dirty Dallas says, my wife wants me to change the station now. #sad. You're going to find that as a new listener, Dirty Dallas, that will happen.
Yeah.
That will happen occasionally.
Yeah.
But we're here for you when you come back. Don't worry. And this is a Wednesday show. It's a weird show. A lot of times we're much more professional. And the show actually that's a lie too big.
Yeah.
We're more organized. How's that? And tell your wife there, she'll grow to love us as much as she loves you. Or Well, I guess that probably maybe that doesn't help.
I sure hope not.
But maybe different.
Definitely different, but the same.
Yeah.
Brett Quintine's pal, who's listened to the show for 4 years, says, "Is Liquid Courage taken as a texture nickname?"
No.
Hey, that's not bad. Liquid Courage says.
There we go.
Nicely done. Nicely done. And then now, of course, Touchdown My Pants says, "Ooh, Raider Trucker, that is better than Touchdown My Pants." Hashtag respect. Dude, no, Touchdown My Pants. That is very nicely done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big George wants to know if Bad Grandpa texted back. You know what? We have to assume the worst with Bad Grandpa. So, gone too soon. Bad Grandpa. I don't have the archives anymore to. Oh, actually, I do. I could go back and read some of Bad Grandpa's texts, but yeah, it would hurt too much.
I think so.
Cardinal Art says, not a new texture, but I believe Ayton should average 20 and 10 with a few blocks and make the all-star team. Pour me up a cold one, Randy, along with a stiff one of your finest whiskey, please. Take care of that, man. Good to hear from you, Cardinal Art. Been a while. Bala51 says, the super fans welcome all the new Raiders texters joining the party. No, Bala. We welcome all the new texters.
Yeah.
Dirty Dallas says she got a good laugh out of all those comments, so she's back in. See, we'll win her over till
the next thing we say.
Yeah, some upcoming joke is going to not land well. And
yeah.
Stockton Slap says, "Are you guys raffling out 4-packs of?" No, we're not. We're not. And I'm not reading the rest of your sentence. Baker's Cocky Hymns says, "My 60-1 Hendon Hooker Heisman ticket looking better and better. He's now less than 5-1 odds. Holy cow! Good for you, man." And let's see here. Lost Toby says, "Duck traffic and everyone who slows down to stare at an accident." I think your voice text, predictive text, just saved me an FCC fine. Thank you. Balls of Fury says, Halzar of the Mountain makes me think of that movie Role Models. I've never seen Role Models, so I can't even comment on that, Balls of Fury. Joe the Show says, Rusty Shackelford is actually hilarious. It's a reference to Dale from King of the Hill. I guess I didn't watch enough of that to get that. So maybe you can fill me in a little more. Rusty Shackelford. Mr. Pink Eye says 100% a lock. Anyone against the Commandos? That was just kind of rude right there.
They're playing Green Bay this week. I've got Washington winning that.
Oh, that's a total lock. But wait, what?
You
got Washington.
I like how you assumed he was going to say Green Bay.
I did. And
I'm not going to lie, caught me off guard too.
Are you trying to just be funny or are you serious?
No, I'm serious. I've got Washington to beat Green Bay this week. They have no passing game. The defense is not playing up to par. They're not using their running game. LaFleur is finally being exposed for the fraud that he is. He's been hiding behind Aaron Rodgers for so long. Bucky Brewster there in the front office hasn't got any talent to come in here and help Aaron Rodgers.
That's the real problem. It's not LaFleur. LaFleur is fine.
I think we've seen well enough that his offensive coordinator, who is now the coach of the Denver Broncos, wasn't doing a damn thing. And B,
exactly
that same coach inherited a potential future Hall of Famer.
Not the way he's playing right now.
Which is my point, which is that simply having a talented quarterback does not mean that you're a fraud when you're winning, because you can lose.
But also doesn't mean you're a fraud when you're losing. I don't know about LaFleur fraudship.
I don't think he's a fraud.
No.
Well, I do. You guys can you can wave your own flags if you want to.
Nanny, boo boo. Your pants are full of poo poo.
Usually are.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry. He has
kind of hurts.
Yeah.
Kind of hurts, Jeffrey.
Fifth letter says, I wasn't able to make your live draft party, but I will be at the next remote. I owe Randy a beer from that embarrassing Raiders loss to the Cardinals. Oh, that's right. That's right. Let's see here. Screen keeps moving here. Touchdown my pants says, I love that. I just do.
Touchdown my pants.
It's
Browns
fun to say.
Should have kept Baker. Just saying. Well, they should have done a lot of things different. Now they're evil and I hate them. Baker's Cocky Hens says Shackelford is his alias when anyone's looking for him because he's super into conspiracy theories. I got it. Well, Rusty Shackelford, that is a good texture nickname then.
Yeah.
Let's see. What was Randy saying about Punky Brewster?
Bucky Brewster in the front office there, the redheaded villain that's the GM of the.
Brian Gutekunst.
See, there you go. That's what I said. Brian Gutekunst. That's what I said.
Let's see here. I haven't put in people's names in yet. This is, I'm not sure who this is, but it says they used to say, let Russ cook. Now they say, is Russ cooked? I was feeling like maybe Russ was cooked already last year.
I was going to go with, instead of let Russ cook, let Russ go. I was going to go that way.
Let Russ sit. I don't know who they have behind him, though.
Anybody but Russ.
This is the thing, because you might have forgotten some things because you got a franchise quarterback there. You think the guy that's starting is bad, and people assume the guy behind him is better. And I'm telling you, having lived through, and I'm still living through quarterback hell. I'm still here. I have not left. The guy behind the starter can 100% be worse. Don't wish for that. Don't just wish for the guy behind Russ. Not everybody behind him is going to play better. Not you, just fans in general. Because I have heard that.
Trying to make a joke. Instead of let Russ cook, let Russ go.
Yeah, well, puts the lotion in the basket says, get Russ a coach. Yeah, there's a good one.
Well, that might help a ton, actually.
Ain't that the damn truth right there?
So here's your lock right here. I was looking for the stat.
All right. If your wife hasn't made you turn the dial, Dirty Dallas, here you go. Here's your lock.
Here's your lock. After losing to LSU in 2019, Alabama stomped out Mississippi State 38-7. After losing to Texas A&M in 2021, Alabama stomped out Mississippi State 49-9. I hope you know where I'm going with this. After losing to Tennessee in 2022, Alabama this week once again plays Mississippi State. They're going to catch hell like you wouldn't believe. That's your lock of the week.
Wow, there it is. There it is right there.
There you go. Took care of that. And, of course, Keon Rose's college football dance party is going to be on Friday. We have some extra time, so we forgot to do it today, but Keon's Corner for ASU football, we'll do that tomorrow, like in the 5 o'clock hour, because we have all this extra time.
Can I ask a question? When's the last time Alabama lost 2 straight games?
I'm going to have to double check that there.
All right, then. Continue on, Jeffco.
All right. Well, we're going to continue on to a break. When we come back, we've got on this date in Big Georgia sports history. I'm also going to work my random number generator here and figure out who wins the first prize, and then we'll figure out who wins the second prize after that. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
What you've heard about probiotics is probably wrong.
I eat yogurt, so I don't need to take a probiotic.
Probiotics? They don't really work. It's time to learn the truth about probiotics from Align, the probiotic brand recommended by gastroenterologists 2 times more than any other probiotic brand. Align has probiotics to naturally help relieve occasional bloating, gas, and abdominal discomfort. Try Align for a month and see how great a healthy gut can feel at AlignProbiotics.com.
Business people like it straight and to the point. So here it is. Bruce Jacobs here to tell you take control of your utility expenses by calling Harmon Solar right now. They can save up to 80% on that monthly electric bill with 0 down and no payments for 12 months. Level your energy costs, protect yourself from inflation. How's that for straight and to the point? Here's more. Harmon Solar is a local family-owned company that uses top-of-the-line equipment. Call Harmon Solar 800-281-3189 or go to harmonsolar.com.
For the latest from the world of golf, tune in every Saturday morning from 6 to 8 for the Golf Shop Radio Show, presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Hosts Mark Greenhalgh and Matt Blanchard talk golf from tee to green and everything in between. If you like golf, you're going to love Golf Shop Radio. Before you tee up, drop on in. Welcome to the Golf Shop here on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum from the main event here on 1580 The Fanatic, and we turn our focus on Week 7 in the NFL. The Cardinals Saints Thursday night matchup. College football has big matchups this weekend. Are there going to be more upsets? Major League Baseball playoffs, and we have championship series underway for both the NL and the AL. The NBA and NHL regular seasons are underway. Join me, Stephen McCollum, on the main event, Monday through Friday, noon to 2 p.m. here on 1580 and 99.3 FM, The Fanatic.
Ooh, Halloween, the season for goblins, witches, and scary good fun. But Walgreens knows it's also the doorbell never stops season, and we can't run out of candy season. So let Walgreens fill your Halloween bowl fast with pickup in as little as 30 minutes and delivery in as little as 1 hour. Because if it's needed in a poof season, it's Walgreens season.
This week, all snack-size bags of Kit Kats are $2.49 each. Offer valid through 10/22 while supplies last. Restrictions apply. See Walgreens.com for details.
If you're age 62 or older and own a home, this message is for you. Reverse Rob here, Money Radio's expert on reverse mortgages. Learn how to tap the equity in your home and increase the quality of your life by earning tax-free income while protecting your other retirement assets. Join us for our free Second Saturdays webinar every month to learn more. This is not too good to be true. All you need to do is reverse your thinking. Call me today, Reverse Rob, to learn more at 602-REVERSE. That's 602-738-3773, or download my app by searching Retire Right with Reverse Rob.
Don't just do it every day. Do it several times a day. Because it feels that good.
Yep, that's what I'm talking about.
Get the latest sports headlines, the buzz around the league, listen to podcasts, stay up with social media. Just log on to our website at 1580thefanatic.com.
Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Sorry, I'm a little distracted here because I was just working the random number generator, and I was able to. Here's how I do it. I don't know if you know how I do it. I counted up how many new textures there were, and then what I did was I hit the random number generator, and I got the number 6, but I count backwards. I always do this. I hit the random number, then I count backwards from that number, not forwards. Just another wrinkle to help randomize it some more. And so I got the number 6 on that. So for your new texter of the day, that's right, on National New Friends Day, it's Elzar of the Mountain.
No kidding.
Elzar of the Mountain has won his choice. I'm going to say his or her, but I'm pretty sure it's his. His choice of a family 4-pack of the Wildlife World Zoo and Aquarium, or $50 Dave and Buster's gift certificates. And so you get the first choice. So Elzar, I need you to text in and let me know what that is. Plus, give me your email address because I'm going to have to try to get some more information from you so I can set you up with this stuff. So then I did the next drawing already for the texter, our regular super fan Fourth Dimension texter who has been here with us forever. And I did that, and I got the number 17, and I went backwards and scratch me because that texter gets whatever the first guy doesn't take. So we'll find out who gets the family 4-pack from the Wildlife World Zoo and Aquarium, and who gets the $50 in Dave and Buster's gift certificates. Oh, touchdown my pants says, I'm a loser, like my mom always said. That's pretty harsh, man. You're not a loser. You're a winner, because now you're a named texter here on the text line here on the Daily Blender. So, and I had a conversation with Radio Ron. I was like, hey, we got to get some more giveaways. We haven't been doing giveaways much. And now that COVID seems to be over, I know there's a new strain coming and all that, but at least at the moment, it feels like we're okay. We got the vaccines, we got the antivirals you can get if you get the COVID. So it's less of a, oh my God, we're going to die, and more of a, I guess I'm going to have a few days off kind of thing now. And I know some people will still die. I'm just saying it's not as bad as it was. So now I feel like, let's get back to where we were before. Let's give stuff away. Chief Skull, it's not rigged. Why do you say that? Just because you lose. He says the new texter is Big George. He went and got a burner phone at Walmart. Yeah, he's the new texter.
You've seen Big George write things on the internet and text this show. Big George is very wordy.
And by the way, he's a lawyer. He can afford his own damn stuff. He doesn't need to cheat and get a phone to cheat for prize.
He'll be all right.
Rusty Shackelford says, well, seems like I'm a legend already. Let me know where to pick up my tickets. He says, she, sha. P.S. Yankees still suck. Do I have to look up what she shaw means? Am I saying something that I shouldn't say now? I am so unhip.
I'm not aware of that.
Now I gotta. God damn it! Now I gotta Google something. Make sure I'm not in trouble. Oh, it's from. That is also from King of the Hill, I guess. All right, fine. Now, just to understand anything Rusty Shackelford says now, I need to watch King of the Hill. That's the guy who mumbles all the time. Is that who we're talking about?
That's Boomhauer.
Oh, okay. So the other guy talks normal. All right. See what I mean? I haven't watched the show enough.
I haven't seen the show.
Kicking around everywhere and whatnot, man. Trash, man.
Raider Trucker says, figures. Stupid Raider curse. No. Dr. Danger says, well, since I didn't win, I'm going to have to send Bruno to rearrange some kneecaps. Hell is wrong with you people? Dirty Dallas says, what kind of teachers hide their farts?
It's only Wednesday, you got. I mean, Friday has to be its own kind of weird.
I missed this. He says that is a joke. He says it's a joke of the day. What kind of teacher hides their farts? Private tutors. Can I get a 2-minute penalty? We're not going to read any more Dirty Dallas's text for the next 2 minutes. Next one is going to be a 5 minutes, so you are now cautioned.
Had to be done.
Show
had to be done.
Chief Skull has insulted a 7-foot tall lawyer. Says he's insulted. I thought we were buddies there on the Twitter. I'd never try to rig anything. We have to maintain the integrity of the text line and the families and the fairness of the contest. Yeah, I'm always super fair. I'll even show you guys. Let me start. The thing is, if I try to show you guys the number as I hit it, then we have to wait until the next commercial break for me to go through and find out who it is that won. It just takes too much time. So you're going to have to just trust me. I do not play favorites, and I do this on the up and up. Bugger Wolf says, if you stare at a Dallas Cowboy fan dead in the face for 5 seconds without blinking, it's the equivalent of doing 10 years in Riker. It's not pretty, yo. Go Niners.
I used to live in Texas. I can attest.
Mm-hmm. It's the first time Keon and the old Booger Wolf have agreed on anything.
That's true.
Hefty Lefty says, as a Lakers and a Broncos fan, the photo that remember that photo I posted up of Russell Wilson's body and Russell Westbrook's face?
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
He says that just stings. That stings a bit more.
That's kind of true, though.
Scratch me because says 2-minute penalty. It's about time you talked about hockey. Scratch me because didn't you not just hear I said you won the contest and you've got to choose either the family 4-pack from the Wildlife Zoo and Aquarium or the $50 Dave and Buster's thing? How do you hear the one thing and not the other? Let me know what you want so I can get. Oh, wait, no, he can't because the other guy has to go first. Oh, my bad. Yeah. My bad on that. Elzar of the Mountains got to say, I apologize. I'm sorry I yelled at you. Please don't be upset. Touchdown, my pants says he's ungrateful. Okay, it is a Friday show on a Wednesday.
It's happening. Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, let's just we got to try to get out of here. I think. Let's go ahead and do this. It's time now, ladies and gentlemen, for on this date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 2014, Peyton Manning broke Brett Favre's NFL record of 508 touchdown career passes as he threw 4 touchdowns in Denver's 42-17 victory over the San Francisco 49ers. Record breaker was an 8-yarder to Demaryius Thomas with 3 minutes, 9 seconds left in the first half. Manning reached the milestone in his 246th regular season game, while Favre needed 302. Back to me, Jeffrey.
Interesting. Took him less games.
Yeah.
What are you giggling at?
Nothing. Hefty Lefty says, I highly recommend the giant pretzel at the Dave & Buster's. You can get 4 with that gift card. Shut up. You know what was good? My favorite thing, I had a couple of good things at Dave & Buster's. That cheesesteak. That was actually legit. You had the cheesesteak too, right, Randy?
I did. It was very good. Yeah.
That is legit. And stuff is not as expensive as you make it out to be. You have to lefty. Knock it off. Number one Rattlers fan says, why don't monsters eat ghosts? Because they taste like sheets? Okay, let's just stop with, I don't want your bad jokes, please.
Also penalty box.
And then Touchdown My Pants says, FYI, I work nights as a counselor at a mental health facility. Listening to y'all gets me ready for work.
That is one of the greatest compliments we've ever received.
That is a badge of honor for this show.
He's walk in there and be like, finally, normalcy. Wow. This is easy. Okay. So I'm still waiting on see, we're not allowed to text you guys. So Elzar the Mountain, he has to respond to us before I can give Scratch Me Because their prize. So
Elzar the Mountain, you won.
Oh, and Hefty says, I wasn't ripping on their prices. The pretzel's the size of a dinner plate. You couldn't eat more than 4. He says that's like 5 pounds of Bavarian bowel blocker right there.
Oh boy.
Wow.
That's true.
Noted. Rusty Shackelford says, you don't already watch King of the Hill? Shame. Let me guess. Real Housewives kind of guy?
Oh, the show hasn't been on TV since the damn 90s. What are you talking about, man?
Fire.
No, I like funny comedies. And
boy.
Right back at you.
And I'm a grown-ass man who doesn't watch cartoons. Okay. Dr. Danger says, Suns start their championship run tonight. Put your money on it. You know, I actually did. I'm not confident about it, but I did. Baker's Cocky Hen says, just give Touchdown My Pants both prizes already. Yeah, I should give him a prize just for his, that name. So anybody says it's rigged. If I was actually rigging it, I probably would have given it to that guy because his name's cracking me up.
He did have the coolest name.
I would take it back away from Rusty Shackelford for heckling me about my choice of television watching. I've never seen an episode of Real Housewives of anything, and I never would. How dare you, sir? How dare you, sir? I don't even know where to go from here. Should we spin the wheel and see what happens next?
Why not? Let's do it. Haven't done that in a while. I know we did it yesterday, but it's been a while before that.
Oh, hey, good news for you here on the Wheel of Sports. Dustin Hopkins, it's not going to be a prolonged absence. He'll be out maybe 2 weeks for the max. They say, he's it's a strain. It's not a tear. It's nothing horrible. So he should be able to recover quite nicely. So that's good news because he's our man of the day yesterday for what he was able to do in that football game. Still just kicking away, even with that hamstring strain. What if he was faking it?
No,
yeah, he hit every one of those dead damn on.
I doubt it.
So he kicks it. And he goes like, "Hey, that's great." Oh, falls down. So, look at me. I'm awesome. Probably not, but see, that's the thing. I'm so cynical.
Yeah,
I don't think he would risk losing his job by not kicking to look badass for one game.
No, but like he gets paid either way. So now he gets like 2 to 4 weeks off, or he just gets to hang out and watch somebody else do his job for him, and then he comes back. Yeah, pretty good now. Let's do this, and he's back to normal. Everybody still likes him.
Yeah,
he just faked himself a 2 to 4 week vacation.
The problem is if you run the risk of if you come back and just have a bad game, you've been off too long, you haven't really been doing anything, and the other guy that's been doing your job looks good.
He's a kicker. Does he really have to take a vacation? He's
not
a
real player. And
just,
by the way, he's got nothing to worry about. His replacement while he's gone is Taylor Bertollet. There's no way that guy's gonna be good.
No,
they just based on the name.
I'm just same judgment.
Spin the wheel, Randy. Reason number 782 why I don't want soccer. I guess there's been a bit of an uproar. There's this Colombian soccer player. They're like, all right, let's get ready for the penalty kick. So the guy's standing there and he just kind of looks around, pulls his pants down, shows his wee-wee. He's like, what the hell are you doing, man? And he's like, just trying to distract the guy. You got kids in the stands. What are you doing? The shot was missed wide.
I mean, I think we all knew it was going to be effective. You just don't do it.
I'm glad when I saw this story, the picture was very pixelated. But the guy's just like, and whoa, dude, what? Why would you do that? And so it didn't matter, though.
Yeah, I mean, the reasoning does not make any sense. We all know it's going to work. You just shouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not in the rules, it's going to be next year. All right?
It has to be. I mean, and I'm sad.
In soccer, you will not show your pee-pee to the other teammates. No showing of your genitals. He's now in the rule book.
You must keep them to yourself.
Way to go, Gaison Pereira.
Oui, Hajo.
It's the Gaison Pereira rule. Don't show your pee-pee.
Would you want to be named after the don't show your pee-pee rule?
No, man.
They should put his name right next to that rule. Just so that that's his
Gaison
legacy
Pereira.
for the rest of his life.
The Gaison Pereira pee-pee rule.
And it should be pee-pee rule. Shouldn't be any. That's it. Just don't show your pee-pee. That's it. How hard? Nobody needed to teach us that. Nobody.
No.
And your team still lost. So whatever, man.
Good Lord.
Well, scratch me because I will get back to you on that. But still, scratch me because send me your email address so I can get in contact with you when we sort out the other thing there. So don't worry, buddy. We will take care of you. Even if the other guy just disappeared into the mists and the ether, you will be taken care of. You have won something. I guarantee it. Cheese Skull says, good show, gentlemen. Big George, we're buds. I do not discriminate on my mockery time for non-alcoholic Guinness. Have a wonderful evening. Did you understand that? I didn't really follow that.
Non-alcoholic Guinness? Why would you do that?
I just seems unnecessary.
Kind of waste of time there. All right, guys. We have nothing left to give. We've given all we could give. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
First, we decide where we want to go. Then we need to know the